Are we live? Hey guys, what's up? So we're live? Yeah, we're live. Hey guys, what's up? So we're live again for the Valley and Falcon. Wait, I mean the Valley and RRQ Akira. Yesterday's fight was intense, man. Yesterday's fight was intense from the Blacklist and RRQ Indonesia. And before that, even the INC and Falcon gave us an interesting match. So how will this day turn out? I know there's actually two games that you guys are waiting for because a lot of the guys are also tuning on the Valley's fight against RRQ Akira, and definitely the Echo versus Onyx. Onyx also having a lot of supporters, man. So I'm gonna check out your comments first. Wait. Oh, here we go. I see you guys. What's up? Akin, Angelica, Mario, RC, Pro, Dude, THHER. Oh, snap. Hun, don't play? Why? Anyways, we're here. There's Mara and Clara again. They have different dresses each game, right? Hun is missing. Why? What happened to Hun? I was not checking. Amogus just came back from school. Yeah, most of you guys also have school, right? Mayo, what's up? Good afternoon, Mayo. SC Sahadat. Go RRQ. RRQ Brazil. Yeah. RRQ did a great job yesterday, but it was the Blacklist that came out on top. The game actually going on a tie, 2-2. Ooh, a prediction from Hanazawa, 2-1 in favor of RRQ Akira. This is also best of 5, right? Flo, what's up? Yeah, we're checking out the dresses of Mara and Clara. Cause why? Where's Onyx, Elgin? Onyx is the second match. Onyx versus Echo is gonna be the second match. Yesterday, Blacklist beat RRQ Indonesia, so it was the PH that took the win yesterday on that big boys fight. Who will be the winner on this one though? Because on the second match is also going to be against PH against Indonesia. Will Indonesia answer back from yesterday's loss? Will Onyx take revenge for RRQ? By the way, for the RRQ fans, for the RRQ Indonesia fans, don't worry because they're still in the game. They're just on the lower brackets. Their RRQ Indonesia is going to be fighting Falcon. And if they do beat Falcon and so on, and they also beat the next match, they still have a chance to come out on top. So for the RRQ Indonesia fans out there, don't lose hope. They still have a chance, man. They still have this. It is still possible. Oh, sick is snap, a banana. That's from Falcon, right? That's probably why they won against INC. Falcon probably won against INC because of that banana. Key2 Tonsing. Meanwhile, Elgin, I have watched all of your videos. You're a legend. Yo, Key2 Tonsing, thank you, man. We had a 10K plus. Did it almost go to? I think it went to 10.1. We got 10K viewers last night. It was epic. First match of the Blacklist and RRQ Indonesia was intense. Start time, a few more minutes before it starts. Again, for today, it's gonna be RRQ Brazil versus the Valley. Mobazane. And next one is gonna be Echo versus Onyx Indonesia. Another big boys fight between the PH and the Indonesia. Will Onyx take revenge for RRQ? We will find out. Or is PH gonna dominate the big boys? Is it gonna be Echo versus Blacklist? Or Blacklist versus Onyx? If I were you, I'd go to the M4 stage. I can't, man. It's in Jakarta, Indonesia. Big concurrent viewers, 4 million plus 4,000,006. Ooh. The stream is kind of delayed for a little second. Yeah, because the Who you got, Elgin, on this one? Hmm. I don't know, man. It will also be nice for Onyx to win, but since we're from PH, it's natural that we'd go for PH. But I it will be also nice to see Onyx win because we already have our PH representative, which is the Blacklist. But I know guys from the PH will prefer a Blacklist versus Echo. I mean, right? You guys will prefer a Blacklist versus Echo match. It will be kind of nice to see Onyx win and be against Blacklist. Echo though, I know, right? It's hard. It's hard to decide. I love all of these teams, not just PH, man. I love all the other teams. It's just so fun watching these guys compete. Even the Malaysian guys who got prematurely eliminated was fun to watch. I mean, the Malaysian Hilda was annoying as AF. The Valley, right? Oh, also the Valley. It will be nice to see some other regions also competing because PH and Indonesia is kinda owning the stage, right? It will also be nice for some region to show up, like Brazil. But on this game though, this is the lower brackets. It's Brazil or NA is either one of them is gonna be eliminated. But like I said, I would love to see other regions also taking up to the later stages of the matches. This is NA and Brazil. Too bad one of them is gonna have to go home after this first match. It's the Valley dude from AIM. To be honest, I would also love to see RRQ Brazil to win this game. Ooh, a lot of the casters are going for RRQ Brazil. Which also makes sense, man, because RRQ Brazil has been doing good. RRQ has been doing insanely good. And remember, this is their debut match on an M4 tournament. So perhaps the Valley, which is previously the BTK, technically, already had an experience during the M3. And the Brazil guys, man, it's so hard to choose. Hun is in the hospital? Really? What happened to Hun? Is that legit? Oh, snap. Really? Hun got hospitalized? The heck happened? What tribe are you, Elgin? What tribe? Hey, Elgin, there are rumors about M5 taking place in PH. What are your thoughts? That will be nice. Mara Aquino, what's up? Richard Johnson. Aki Renzo, what's up, Elgin? Shout out to Aki Rezo. William Afton, welcome back. The child killer, William Afton. Purple guy. Ooh, food poisoning. God dang it, what did you eat, Hun? Did you eat something raw? Nakakapagpagababag. Okay. Elgin, what's your reaction when you see Albert leave during the Lost in Blacklist? I mean, Albert actually had a lot of mistakes. You remember Albert taking on Benedetta? That was not that was something that could have been what was running on Albert's mind. He traded for a 1-versus-1 and he was the jungler. I mean, still props to Albert, Albert Pro, but there were some mistakes that could have been 100% avoided. He went for Benedetta 1-on-1 and both of them got killed, but Albert is the jungler. You don't want the jungler dying, man. That's the better the exchange went to Blacklist even though both of them died. Daniel, what's up? Rokat. That's too bad that the Valley is not with Hun gone. Is that legit now? Is that 100% that Hun won't be playing? If Hun won't be playing, we will not see the Valley performing 100%. That actually cost them the game. I know, right? I don't know, man. Maybe Albert thought he could take down that Benedetta. Which was Benedetta? I forgot. Maybe Albert thought he could take down that Benedetta without dying himself. But he was deep in enemy's tower. But still, he It happens. It happens, man. Probably we can't tell, man. These are the pro guys. We can't actually. I mean, Albert is the pro. We're just the random guy playing mythical glory. So that's IR hopeful. What's up? Detro B. What's up? Why not making competitive SQ? Please, it's fake. Hun rumors don't spread. Oh, it's fake. Hun is definitely playing. God dang it, guys! Did you give me fake info? Devil, what's up? How are you guys doing? Sighing Lord still. I think the substitute for Hun is the PH funny player, a friend of Basic. Karan Barats. What's Karan Barats? Shout out Lars J. Abuel. Albert thrown that game by sticking on their game 1 strat. But still, I know, but I don't know. To be honest, some mistakes can be avoided. Like if you overextended, those mistakes are something that happens. It does happen in the game, miscalculation. But Albert forcing that one-on-one Benedetta, that one was the questionable mistake, right? I mean, we know that these guys are pros, and shout out Vanessa Joyce Magugat. What's up? Hun is there. God dang it, guys! I shouldn't trust you anymore. So Hun is playing. What's your lunch for today? Pechay. I had pechay for lunch. Ano ba? What's that? I forgot the dish's name. Maasim with pork. With lots of vegetables. Hey Elgin, what do you think about RRQ's yesterday match? It was fun. RRQ did give us RRQ and Blacklist's first game was the most intense match we have ever seen in the M4. No more peanut butter na, man. I got my peanut butter every day. See? Peanut butter for life. Do you watch cricket? Nah, not really, man. I watch UFC. Sinigang? Yeah, Sinigang. I think that's Sinigang. Shout out to Sire. What's up? Tan Lee. Can you please tell me what happened to Bren Esport? They disbanded. I actually have no news. Bren Esport was the champion of what? M2. Bren Esports was the champion of the M2, right? Payne. Lou, not actually playing though, but who else was the hate? Forgot the other guy's name. I actually met Bren before. We were on the same photo shoot. They were cool guys. They were having fun. What else you spread besides peanut butter? I do spread a lot of stuff. Hannah Dizon, what's up? Basic is a Filipino. Yeah. PH guys are being imported. Onyx Indonesia actually has Kyrie, the carry. Kyrie is funny and Ling, man. And he is a PH import. Here we go, the Valley. 1 more minute before the match starts. Do you have a girlfriend from Pro Dude? I have 4 kids. That's goddamn Hun, guys. You lied. I trusted you. But you lied. That's Hun BTS Hun. Man, I will never trust you again. Yep, Hun's playing. You played with my emotions. I was really kind of sad that the Valley won't be playing 100%, but 4 kids, dang. Yeah, I have 4 kids. Moba Zane is a big guy. Ooh, yeah. So for the female viewers out there, for the female fans of the Valley, one of our viewers said, Moba Zane is huge. But it seems he pulled through. What? Let's see. Let's check out Hoon's face. Let's check out Hoon's face and decide if he had some food poisoning or what. Elgin, how tall are you? We're 5'8". Huge bones. Oh, huge bones. Huge bones. Bones. He has wisdom tooth issue. He is not sick. God dang it, guys. First, it was food poisoning. Now, it's about wisdom tooth. Sa tingin niyo po, sino mananalo? I think, to be honest, RRQ Brazil had better stats on their previous matches. But the Valley has been gaining momentum. They were just, it looks like their first games, they were just uncomfortable with their team. You know, the new team lineup being in the M4. Who knows, man? Actually, who knows? But if we're gonna base it on their previous fights, RRQ Brazil did better on their previous matches as compared to the Valley. RRQ Brazil already went up against Blacklist. The only reason RRQ Brazil went to the lower brackets is because they had to face the Blacklist monsters. Who number one sim? So, to be honest, I don't know. But like I said, based on stats on their previous games, RRQ Brazil did way better as compared to the Valley. But the Valley has been slowly gaining their momentum. It's like their team is slowly getting tuned up. MOBA Sing. Elgin, do your mom meta? Do your mom meta? Is my mom meta? Have you played Yi and Shin this season? Yeah, not really. Not really, man. I haven't touched Yi and Shin for a while. 1 minute Tagalog naman, Elgin. I can say a bit of Tagalog words, but not too long, man. A lot of our viewers is not from 76% on the Valley on our poll. So a lot of the Valley fans. Only 24% on RRQ Brazil. MOBA Zane is Indian, said by Dopamine. MOBA Sing. Again, I know a lot of most of the guys are going for the Valley. They have a lot of hype. With famous guys being there. Hun, MOBA Zane. 1 minute Tagalog naman. I don't want anyone feeling left out, man. To be honest. Mabuhay ka. Hanggang gusto mo. What languages do you speak? In PH, Tagalog. Tagalog is the language we speak in PH. The majority of the language being spoken in PH is Tagalog. Although there are other languages. No, I don't know what to say. Elgin, your real name? Yeah, Elgin is our real name. Simp Elgin versus Simp Hun. Ooh. Elgin, you are famous in India. What does that mean? So means India. Draft is starting, Elgin. Again, once the draft pick starts, we're gonna shut our mouth and let's listen to the shoutcaster's thoughts on these picks and who will win the better picks. Why not play in M4, Elgin? Because we are not pro, to be honest. We do play a lot of M4s. I mean, we do play a lot of ML, but a lot of our time also goes into video editing and animation. The pro guys are playing 8 hours per day or more together with their team, tuning up their team, getting their teamwork done and stuff. We are a we're more of a content creator. We do play a lot of ML, but like 50% of our time, maybe 60, also goes to video editing and animation. Sujal on fire, what's up? Can you crush a Coca-Cola with 2 fingers? The Coca-Cola can with 2 fingers? I am not sure. I have not yet tried. Probably in the middle, but not from up and down. Tomato Kun, what's up, Tomato Kun? I love tomatoes, man. I love tomatoes. Have you did a collab with Bedowski? Not yet. You're famous in Northeast India. Yo, anime lover. That I love hearing that. Moba Zane is not humble. Said by Kalemba. Oh, here we go. Draft pick. We're gonna shut up. Let's go check out their draft pick. And do you play other games from Hana season? A lot. I do play a lot of other games. I love games, man. Draft pick here
For
we
the
go.
Valley versus RRQ Akira. RRQ on the blue side with the first pick. The Valley on the red side. 1-1 Kaja, Glue, Lolita, and the Barat all banned away. You can see some respect here being given away from RRQ Akira already with the Barat and the Lolita that were two key factors in their victory.
Do they pick up the Eve this time, or do they pick up the carry?
No,
It's the
Wow.
joy. Absolutely.
I like the fact that both these two teams, they literally open up, right? So you're gonna pick. It's basically like that strategy in
Carry
the pick
Eve.
as well.
Yeah.
You open up 3 prior picks, and
Exactly.
then you have to pick one of these 3.
Trade
This is more advantageous for teams from the second pick. But look at the rapid drafting coming up from both of these two teams.
Oh my goodness. And then might even look at picking up the Fredrin, maybe snatch it away. But instead, it's going to be the Claude. Takashi, he said that they're very confident to play against the Valley, but it will be a hard match. They're with another strategy for them, so it will be hard, but we are confident, says Takashi. We call him the Miracle Boy in the Tagalog tree.
Ooh, why? Why the Miracle Boy?
Well, let's just say that he looks like he is a player who plays internationally.
Oh, I see.
Yes, the Mr. International
Yeah.
face.
Mr.
darling,
International
right
himself, Takashi.
Yeah.
But on the other side, you also have Mr. International in Moba Zane, right? This man, again, bringing BTK back at M3 to top 3. This time around, he's opted to go for more of a utility jungler route, and I think this is a great pick for them, right? I think the main source, or the main things that have been criticized for Valley has been in the draft, not utilizing a lot of those flex picks, but since getting dropped down to the knockout stages in the lower brackets, they have improved on this case very much so. Flex pick on the Grok and 2 prio heroes that are just extraordinary, but the main concern now is still that Joy. No one can lock her down.
Yeah. And now, even more counter crowd control heroes are going to be knocked out by RRQ Akira. Comforts of Mobazane. Banning out both Barretts and Fredrin means that Mobazane will have to bring out something out of the bag, because this is so far what they have been using for the longest time now. So are they even concerned to take out what? Maybe Akai?
Yeah,
Perhaps?
I think Akai, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the draft right now, Barat, Fredrin, you're leaning into just stopping Mobazane in that jungle, right? We haven't really seen Mobazane play a whole lot of heroes here. He's only just on the utility, and these are the heroes we usually see. Maybe he can still go for something like a Martis. That can, no, it's not going to be banned out, but Martis, Akai, those 2 heroes, good utility. RQ Akira with the Tamas ban, respecting obviously towards Fight Chicken. In the group stage, that's how they beat S11. But it is going to be the Kufra pick.
hero.
So I like it because the Grok is still technically a flex pick here.
Yeah,
we haven't seen Mobazane on the jungle Grok,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's
it's
right.
possible.
It's possible, very much possible.
It's kind of crazy the fact that, you know, the Valley just selected the Kufra and then immediately we're thinking, oh, Fried Chicken could be the Grok EXP. The hold on a second, there's also the possibility of that Grok jungle. Another thing I like about this Kufra is that you also have a Joy that's bouncing around. Yes, she goes into this sissy immunity thing, but I think this is something they could plan to see whether they could do something like, you need to try to stun this Joy immediately, because I feel like you just need to make sure that she doesn't hit her combos. You just need to slow her down, but it's going to be something that the Valley needs to ask that question. How are they going to stop the Joy?
Was really about to say Matilda should be the pick for RRQ Akira. It could be the way to get into the backlines. It's also a great supplement for the Farsa if you want to go with burst down a hero. Even when the Eve pops the real world manipulation, you have enough damage coming out from both Matilda and the Farsa, especially in the early stages. I'm thinking, how about a Liamwort for the side of the Valley? If they're not concerned about like being a type for Mobazane, at least you have that hero that can match up with the Martis. Karina. This is not a conventional pick nowadays.
Yeah.
But it is a Mobazane-ish kind of hero.
It is a Mobazane hero, you know, since the Karina got revamped, this is the hero that he has found a lot of comfort on, but again, with this hero being picked up, I think very little amount of times here at M4. I think the only time I ever saw it was in the group stage, in the knockout stage, the first time that we are going to be seeing a Karina. So this is the big question for us now, for NA as well. will the Valley be able to prevail with this Karina pick? That is somewhat off meta, right? But with that being said, again, both of the drafts have been set that Martis is going to be able to cancel out a whole lot of the lockdown CC that the Valley have drafted for themselves. This has been their main keys to success. But we'll see as we enter the land of Dawn for game number 1. Who will secure game number 1?
There it is already. Minion blocking coming out from the Grok just to contain the minions so that they will have an advantage in the laning stage. And this is one way to really play the Grok in the X lane, which really makes it a very strong hero in the side lanes.
I think the biggest question I would like to ask is, what is Mobazane going to build towards you? Is this going to be a tank arena, or is this going to be a magic assassin Karina? But looking at the emblem, I don't think it really tells a lot. Usually you go for the Demon Slayer emblem as well for, well, the tank Karina. But it feels like Mobazane right here, there's a lot of tankiness already built in their roster. I feel like they need to try to solve the question of taking down Gusta Lagusta, taking down Sagan, and then roll Snowball.
Between the heroes of RRQ Brazil, like you have the Claude as well as the Matilda, and even the Martis at some regard. There's a lot of like uncontrollable damage. Like the Blazing Duet, for sure you have the choice to turn it on or off, but whenever you put it up, you know that it's going in. That's where the Karina actually flourishes against those kind of heroes. You just reflect back the damage, and this is definitely a Mobazane kind of play style that we can see.
What you're seeing is also just the Valley playing with their comfort, right? You're mentioning that Mobazane can go for just damage here, but honestly, looking at their game so far, they've just been going for a lot of 3 frontliners, 3 tanks, and relying on the mid laner and the gold lane to really carry their games when it does get to that later stage. Here, you can already see a little bit of a proactive movement by Super Shark in the mid lane, trying to go for that pick, but it's not really going to happen. RRQ Akira, they're really good at playing for this early game skirmish too, and they can read that out, right? Now it comes down to the turtle. King on the Martis versus Zane on the Karina.
Going to be dependent on whether or not they will have the ultimate on Super Shark. So what they're doing right now is putting Super Shark in the middle as a roamer so that he'll get to level 4 as he is right now.
Takashi putting some effort at the back line. It's going to be Mobazane chicken a little bit low. It's going to Super Shark. Mining King. It's a jump in the turtle pit. It's going to be first blood awarded over the side to the Valley. The turtle resets. Takashi unable to buy time for his jungler to take down the turtle.
It's a good first blood, right? They really assess the situation perfectly there. They notice that RRQ Akira, they're going in a bit too soon without the help of Sagan and Louise, especially King. They utilize, oh not King, Takashi on that Vengeance. They utilize that resource differential and they capitalize on the fact, taking him down.
They wouldn't have a lot of ultimates to work with now. But then again, both junglers are just busy taking their own purple buffs, and it will be a double buff for Mobazane, single buff for King. But King will be faster on the turtle because of this.
But Hoon right now doesn't have the real world manipulation. Red airstrike will be going in at the same time. King focusing on the turtle right now. The red airstrike zoning the members of the Valley out. Hoon responds with the real world manipulation. Lewis will be given away over to the side of the Valley.
Objective versus kill. That's what's happening right now. Valley leading with 2 kills, and you know, Wolf, I saw this before. Last time a team prioritized kills, they won. It was Falcon.
A lot of damage.
It was. But then again, this time, you saw RRQ Brazil taking advantage of the fact that Mobazane took his time. He's, in a way, there's a lot of greed in what Mobazane did because he went for 2 buffs first, while King, after dying, he went only to the orange buff and allowed his Matilda and Farsa to zone out the members of the Valley. We talked about this in the draft. There's a lot of combination with the Matilda and the Farsa. There's lethal poke that you can get out of there, and the Valley respected that. That is why they weren't able to position themselves around the turtle.
Oh, look at the stat line though.
Demolition Man.
Gusta, the great Demolition Man. Ranked first in hero damage, first in turret damage, and first in turret damage per minute. So there's turret damage per game and per minute. This guy's an absolute monster. I think he just absolutely hates the turrets right now.
Yeah.
And you can see, right, they're already trying to look for a siege and maybe possibly look for a dive up in the gold lane.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the top side by RRQ Akira. Is going to be limiting basic just a little bit, but there will be a lull just at the moment as Mobazane goes in, takes items that he's, takes buff that he should not own. As let's take a look at the emblem.
Okay, so definitely going to be that tank ability for Mobazane. I think this is just the way to go. Like we said, there's a lot of like uncontrollable damage coming up from RRQ Brazil that they can take care of. I'm actually surprised that Fried Chicken is holding his ground so well, but up top, the punish coming out from the Valley.
Punish from up there. RRQ Brazil, I think, overstayed the welcome. They're focusing too much resources around basic, but you can start to see the damage coming off from Takashi, right? Look, Fried Chicken is a grok. It's just, it's just armor. It's not magic resist, and Takashi is there dealing magic damage against that grok.
There's, again, for the Valley, a lot of pick potential they can play for, right? And RRQ Akira, they're saying, sure, you can pick up a kills on Louise as many times as you want, but this is what they're gonna do back.
Yeah, at the same time, backline, Takashi is actually keeping Mobazane a little bit too busy right here. Real one relation committed by Hoon will be jumping down the bombs from the side by Super Shock. That's the jump, the bounce, but will not be able to convert it into an ultimate. It's gonna be Sagan. That will fall. Mobazane finds assassination.
1,000 gold lead now for the Valley, and so far this prioritize kills over objectives is working for the Valley really well. RRQ Akira are falling behind, and with that, you can already see the siege potential from Team Valley.
Super Shark is just way too good at setup heroes. Yeah, 2-0 and 2 from the guy. Amazing jumps, and even you saw some patience from him. He did, even when he already has like the dream combo of the Grok and the Kufra, where there is the Guardian's Barrier, you can just pin them to the wall. He waited for his right moment. He knows that there will be no follow-up because his teammates are on the opposite side of the wall. So he waited for his timing to go for the lockdown. Fried Chicken, again, holding his ground. I wonder how he's able to do it. Yep. It's not easy.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be Matilda using the ultimate on top of Mobazane. The Void Crystals from Hoon will slow down that push. The Valley currently on 5-0 in terms of the kill score, but RRQ Akira has the better map control in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, right? The map control that they've been able to get with the XP lead in a few of these lanes because of the turtle. And even here, you can see the deaths, right? You look at the score and you think it's horrible for RRQ Akira, but most of these deaths have been placed onto the roamer.
Oh, Feather Escher coming in. Lewis is actually pincering. Look at how Augusta Logusta, the Demolition Man, going to business. He's taking down the top side. That's the first turret in the favor of RRQ Akira.
Again, the people or the members from RRQ Akira that have been taken down are mostly just the frontliners, King and Louis. Sure, there are a few deaths here from Takashi and Sagan, but that's despite the point. They can actually utilize this 500 or 1,000 gold lead from the Valley, and they could just use it to farm constantly, right? Creating space for themselves on the map to get those power spikes on the Farsa and the Claws.
Yeah, Boy Chicken using the wall charge, get out of the way. The real woman manipulation on top of Hoon. It's going to be Sagan will be able to fly away with the wings by wings. No kills for the Valley.
Yo, Aryan Plays, thank you for the donation and support, Aryan Plays. Thank you.
Team Valley, 4 of their members always fighting against RRQ Brazil. For basic!
Oh, he catches Louise right at the back line, giving the kill over to basic to Valley. Immediately transition into a turtle takedown. That's the third turtle in the pockets of the Valley.
RRQ Akira need to be very careful the way they're playing, right? Sure, it's still just Louise who's getting caught, not Gusta, not Sagan, but the more the roamer gets taken down, that's more or less map control you have, and Super Shark's going for it.
Super Shark's going in once again. The rare strike going down to basically zone out, but that will not be enough. The Valley will be able to take down the top side as well. Mobazane going on 1v1 against King, but it's going to be a tanky Karina going up against a tanky Martis.
I love to see it, right? 2 tanks just beating each other up, doesn't care about the minions. Hey, you and me in the middle right now.
Do that in no chat.
Okay, it will be difficult now to deal with the Valley already. You can see Super Shark picking up the Radiant Armor. Majority of the early game damage of RRQ Akira is based on magic. That's Joy, that's Farsa, that's Matilda, all nullified with this item. And then, if you're looking at basic, already picking up the Wind of Nature, it means that even the physical damage department, that's gonna struggle against Team Valley. I'm not seeing any damage output now, any DPS now coming out from RRQ Akira, so they just need to farm up. Maybe wait for their timings, but the Valley, they're not letting that happen.
Oh, Super Shark jumps in, pins Takashi right into the wall. That's Basic picking up that kill for now. Hoon coming in, Mobazane coming in for the flank. King will not be able to survive. Karina finds assassination with the help of Hoon's real wall manipulation.
An amazing gank by the Valley, knowing exactly what RRQ Akira were doing. They placed most of their members up in that top lane. So the Valley just utilized that, capitalized, and just dove them down. No hesitation whatsoever. The Valley with crisp, clean communication, and they're going to be able to punish a bit more.
Look at that. Because of the winning team fight at the bottom lane, Basic translates that into 2 turret takedown. RRQ Akira needs to solve this big problem. Where is their damage coming from?
They will have to wait for both the Farsa and the Claude to have items before they are able to output the damage. At this point, the Valley is just way too bulky and just so farmed with 3.7 thousand gold of an advantage. RRQ Akira will have to wait for their moments to build the Valley, not let that happen.
Looking at it here, it's going to be really tough for RRQ Akira to really contest right now with a 3.6k gold deficit. But it all depends on Gusta and Sagan.
Bouncing ball going to be activated at the same time. It's the Valley actually gaining a lot of map control around the Lord Pit. Feather Airstrike not at the Lord Pit area, will not be able to contest with that. White Jingle going in, the Wild Charge connect on the Gusta the base to do it. Going all the way in, shredding the White Jingle going all the way down. Team Valley is still going in, but it is going to be RRQ Akira picking up the items, and this is the time the damage round coming from one side. He's getting chomped down, but that's not enough. It's Hoon will be there to take down the damage dealer from RRQ Akira.
It's a 2-for-1, making it 3-for-1 because the Valley secured the Lord. And just on that note, they're really good at taking these crazy skirmishes. RRQ Akira, you can finally see the damage come through, and that's because of the itemization. But again, the Valley were so much ahead already.
Yeah, you can see that even with just White Chickens zoning them out, blocking them out, committing the ultimate and sacrificing himself just to make sure that the members of RRQ Brazil will not be able to come through. The peeling from the Valley is just way too good. Even utilizing the real-world manipulation just to not let King get into position. The Valley is just way too ahead.
I feel like the Valley is like, who needs macro game when I'm so good at team fights? 8 kill lead right there in the Valley, and those kills transitions into gold. It transitions into map control. RRQ Akira needs to play it safe. They don't have the damage, and you know the Valley is itching for a fight.
Hey, and it is all going to come down to Super Shark, who's already charging it in. This man has been so aggressive, and he's been the one initiating all these crazy plays, right? If you don't have Super Shark, they wouldn't have this lead.
The Jar jumping in, real one man to go in, Super Shark all the way in the enemy base, and he's creating so much space for the time being. The Valley is actually focusing on the Lord in the bottom lane instead, and that is the prize. A White Chicken will sacrifice his life for the bottom lane turret.
What a fight! The Valley, again, they lose one member, but it's all good. It's a frontliner. It's just White Chicken. They get a base turret with the First Lord, and that's so much value.
That's so much value indeed, because normally in a game where you have your all of your economies all together, whoever gets the First Lord doesn't really get any other any inhibitor turret, and them getting that is such a high value sacrifice coming out from White Chicken. And I like the way that they're layering all their stuns, right? The Fried Chicken goes in, and then Super Shark comes afterwards. So it's like a combination of whether you go first with the Grok or the Kufra.
Well, you know, I have another question here. Look at the itemization. Oh, never mind. Oh, so close there. Super Shark going to be poked down for a bit. They're looking for just a steal here. Actually, wow, good steal by Zayn. But back to my question. The Valley and RRQ Akira. It seems like Gusta Lagusta is going to be the main man when it comes to the later stage of the game. From Skylar, from Oheb, yesterday in the match, we saw that the corrosion side was an option. You think that Gusta needs to go for the corrosion side here to be that late game carry?
I think so. I think you badly need that. Because of the updates of the corrosion side, it just makes so much value for attacks with big heroes.
I don't know whether this is the real one, but if you're going in as well, but it would not be. It is going to be the mid lane for the side of RRQ Akira cracked open for now. The fact that Super Shark is just literally charging up created so much invisible pressure against RRQ Akira.
Oh man, they're making it easy for basic. Like the Valley, they're just peeling for basic. Then you cannot see any initiation coming out from RRQ Akira that can go to the backlines unless they do it now. King with a flag.
That's a good flango coming up on Gusta Lagusta. Would that be enough though? Momose will be able to just bouncing a BMI. Well, no, Gusta Lagusta will be destroyed by Basic, and he is on the hunt. It is going to be King that says Basic, no, you're not going to be able to do anything for now because I'm going to take you down. But Super Shark on the other hand, it is going to be him creating so much space. Wipeout!
God dang, wiped out. Man. Yo, Avocado, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the support and donation, Avocado. Mobazane, I mean, the Valley takes this game. First win goes to the Valley, man. Again, Avocado, thank you for the donation. 100. Thank you for the donation and support, man. Smash or pass, Thick Martis. I will smash that Thick Martis, man. The Valley wins game 1. Can RRQ answer back after this? Troll build Eve, Elgin. Man, if the Valley wins against RRQ, they're gonna be like an anime protagonist, man. You know those anime stories, anime protagonist stories wherein the hero will be doing so bad at the beginning of the story. Because that's basically what happened to the Valley. They were doing so bad at the beginning of the M4. But they slowly gained their momentum, slowly powering up. Who did they someone had to train them like in the shows. Instant power up by the Valley. They're suddenly doing good. But we never know. It's still game 1. Is it again, this is the lower brackets. Whoever loses the lower brackets, they're gonna have to go home. Can RRQ answer back, man? Or are they gonna let the Valley take this? But man, game 1 already goes to the Valley. Act weak when you're strong. Ooh. Onyx. Elgin, prediction on Onyx versus Echo. That's so hard, man. Both teams are OP. Onyx and Echo. Kyrie was doing so good on the Onyx. Kyrie was carrying on almost all of the matches on Onyx. And he is gonna, Kyrie on the Onyx team is gonna have to go against his fellow PH guys on Echo. Kyrie Wise Red 3 battle. How about Mobazane and Wise Red 3 battle? Or is just Wise too OP? Definitely Echo going to win, said by GXT Plays. Elgin, where's your fake mustache? I can't find my fake mustache, man. Waiting for Clara's legs. Again, this is best of 5. Let Basic fight Yawi. Oh, snap. Let Basic fight Yawi. Why is 2 OP on Red 3 battle against Elgin? Are Wise and Venus a couple? I am not sure. We are not sure on their... Onyx rely on Kyrie too much. Elgin, where's your fake beard? V Wise. Wise broke Albert. Ah, snap. Kyrie will not. Ooh. Wise broke Albert. Kyrie will not. Man, so many good fights. So many good teams on this one. The Valley. Whoop, whoop. Again, for the guys who donated. Thank you, man, for the support. Do you shave or are you still clean at 36? Nah, man, I shave. What's your favorite Kagura skin? I'd have to say the yellow one because it's the color scheme is really different as compared to her other skills. Also Cherry Blossom, but I like the simple yellow umbrella. And besides, Kagura has shorts there. So why not? Short shorts is always welcome to my eyes. Where's your fake wigs? Ooh, do you watch our Elgin Vlogs video? We got tons of fake wigs. We had mustaches as well and fake beards here when we were doing parody vlogs, parody videos on our Elgin and the Boys video. Elgin, Thais guys. What's your favorite hero and skin? It has to be Kagura. My favorite skin though is Franco's Hell King. Franco's Hell King is just... It's like Susano, man. Right? It's like you're playing Susano. Daniel, what's up? Nino Ian Solon, what's up? When's the next vlog? I'm really not sure. We haven't uploaded on the Elgin and the Boys because there's just so much work on the main channel. Elgin phone reveal. I don't have my phone right now. Where's your real abs? Under all my fat. My abs is under all the fat. Pa-shout out, silent viewer here. Jay Yap, thank you for joining the stream. Even though you're silently viewing, thank you, man. Elgin, when will Mincetar buff be available in current server? Minsatar showing up on original server? Do we already have an exact date on that one? Don't read my name, make Nigachu. Nigachu. What? I am sorry, man. I did not say the N-word. I was reading the goddamn guy's name. Although technically it's not the N-word because it has Pikachu on it. God damn, we have to be careful of this guy. We're gonna be walked straight on that one. We have to be careful. Well, he did say not to read his name, but hashtag cancel Elgin. He got you, bruh. Yeah, he got us. He got you. Pikachu. I swallow mother liquor. I won't say it. I saw you woke up to Pikachu. Pikachu's sound. Pika Pika! Pikachu! Charmander, Char! Adrian, Regol, brother. Clip. Shout out, John Mark Arante. Psyduck. Psyduck. How does I forgot about Psyduck. Bulbasaur. Bulbus. God dang it. Squirtle. Another Super Shark MVP. Yamete Kudasai. Shout out to Super Shark. So we're just waiting for the next game. Apparently right now we're doing Pokemon sounds. Pretend Gyarados. How does Gyarados sound like? Who's the most useless Pokemon? It has to be Magikarp, but I do love Magikarp, man. I have this game. It's all about Magikarp. Jumping Magikarp. This game has a jumping Magikarp competition. Like, you train your Magikarp. If it evolves to a freaking Gyarados, you actually fail. That's Magikarp evolution. I have this game wherein you just play and train only Magikarp. If it freaking turns into Gyarados, it's actually game over for that Pokemon. So it's just, and you have to join a Magikarp jumping competition, right? What, like, who thought of this stuff? Metapod. You're right. Metapod and what's this? Kakuna? Is that Kakuna? The other one? Febas. I don't know the other. I only know the original 151 Pokemon. Bulbasaur. That Bulbasaur sounds... Can you do ear reveal? Ear reveal? What's up with you guys? I'm using banana shoutout. Shoutout to Danish. How do you say Danish? Danish? Danish Amirol. What's up? Bulbasaur? It's not me, man. I just read what you guys are saying. I'm not the weird one. You guys are the weird one. Someone said the N-word chew. Like, chew. And then there's Bulbasaur. Jigglypuff song, please. I don't know, man. Do Smash or Pass video. Like I said, Smash or Pass video is not a good game for us. We have a very low standard when it comes to Smash or Pass. Zero, what's up? Dance, oh my goodness. Dorinity plays, what's up? Yo, Elgin, what anime world would you like to live in? What anime world would I like to live in? I'd have to go to Konosuba and go to that place that guy always goes to. What's that guy's name? Protagonist of Konosuba, wherein they go to this like Succubus place, wherein I'm gonna have to go to that place, right? Do you know that place? Kazuma. That place that Kazuma always goes to, and he has this like brochures, tickets. right? That place. You know that place. I know what's your favorite episode in Konosuba, man. We both know what's your favorite episode in Konosuba. That episode where they show that place, right? Right? Don't lie. Oh no, probably that time with darkness. That's also. Oh yeah, that's a that's a hard. Yeah, you're right. That episode with darkness with La Latina. Ooh, you're right. It's hard to choose. Which one will you choose? The Succubus episode or the darkness La Latina with Kazuma thinking it was almost in the same episode though, right? Because Kazuma thought it was a dream, right? Wasn't that almost on the same episode, or was the two episodes separated? Ooh, you guys has a good memory when it comes to those types of stuff. Niga Gaswar Pokemon. Elgin, are you married? Not yet, but we do have 4 kids and a wife, but not yet married. But we will get married soon if I find some money. Smash Megumin Loki na. I don't know, man. I don't. We're more of a. Nah, I don't. No, we don't go for that type of. Not my type, actually. Not really those Megumin types. What do you call it? Lollies? No. Flat is justice. Well, flat is fine. Flat is fine. Not just those lolly types. Show us your abs, Elgin. I have no abs. Elgin said the N-word. Elgin's type is Bulbasaur. Can I be your children? You don't want me as your parent, man. You don't want me as your dad. Just imagine having Blippi as your dad. Like I said before, that's my vibe with my kids. That's how I move. You watch? Have you ever seen Blippi? That's how I literally move and speak during my playtimes with my kids. Probably even weirder. Just imagine Blippi on cocaine. That's the exact description. Again, guys, once the draft pick starts, we're gonna shut up and stop with the nonsense. Have you ever farted? I think you have to go see the doctor if you've never farted, man. Draft picking, here we go. Who takes the game 2?
Like yesterday, RRQ Hoshi, that's what I meant. Then utilize the Martes to kind of force the Valley to make the mistakes, but that didn't happen. RRQ Akira's choice was to fight fire with fire, and they lose their flair. During that case, Joy gonna be banned out. They are now eyeing to take the carry or the Eve for themselves.
Adaptations need to be made now or never. Match point, we all know that momentum has been absolutely insane, right? It's so important right now in the current meta. We've seen that in the lower brackets. Yeah. Most teams have been winning in a sweep, clean sweep. So now the Valley still opting to go for red side.
Yep. For RRQ Akira, I definitely am looking forward to whether or not they'll pick the Eve or the carry, because the Kaja has been banned. Okay, I think this merits an Eve pick.
All right, there you go.
I mean, a carry, I mean.
Yeah, I think it's really good how the Valley is doing this, right?
Eve Grok.
Yeah, Eve Grok going in is a kind of like a no-brainer. It did really well in game number 1.
Yeah.
But I really like what the Valley did. Instead of banning away either the carry or the Eve, you limit those 2 prior picks into 1.
Yeah.
I banned something that is also kind of prior, which is the Kaja. I open up these 2. I throw you this question, RRQ Akira, which one are you going to pick?
We'll see what they go for now. Honestly, I am still leaning on towards that Grok, right? It's a very good flex pick, but they can also just pick up Fredrin. I hear that we've seen Zane play. They can actually utilize it now to make it a flex pick, right? And let's see, I think it is going to be the... Oh, no, they don't go for that. They go for the Yuzong.
Yeah, because if they do pick up the Grok, the Valentina now is a very strong pick for RRQ. It still is, if they consider that. They have picked it before. Could be the answer. And then but they chose to go for the Farsa.
Oh man.
It's oh my goodness, this is weird because you already
Yeah.
have the Yuzhong.
Exactly.
Naive.
It's like picking the Claude into the carry last game,
Exactly,
right? And I think that's exactly what the Valley were going for. They knew that RRQ Akira were going to go for something like the Farsa. They wanted to get that dive. And right now we do have a quote from Mobazane. I think we realized after groups that we have to take each and every series very seriously in lower brackets because we don't know what kind of surprises are in store for us, especially with Todak. And hey, they handled Todak really well. 2-0, man.
Yeah, I wonder if the Valley will be considering Harith, but I still think you can pick up the Grok or maybe a Kufra earlier on. But
Grok, Kufra.
okay, so it's just the same. The thing with the difference between like Grok and Kufra, right? Kufra gets in, he will not be the one to initiate, but he kind of hides first and then goes for the first skill and the ultimate. The benefit here is that you're not showing yourself. If you're playing the Grok against the members of RRQ Akira as a roamer, you will suffer from the carry's front line damage. Right? So that's probably why they pick up the Grok instead. And now, be considering taking out this Ling. I think they want to go for something, for a kind of squisher marksman perhaps. Because RRQ Akira, they can just easily ban out both Claude as well as the Harith.
They were pretty strong mid lane right now with the Eve, right? On top of that, they also have a Kufra up against the Farsa Cho. Mid control is going to be kind of like, 50-50 still.
Yeah.
But with the Ling ban, I agree. I think they might actually be going for something a little bit cheeky here, right? Zane, back at M3, picked up a Granger. Haven't seen Zane on a marksman since. But with the Lapu ban as well.
I can feel it.
There's two dive heroes. I mean,
can
if you
feel
go
it.
for the ban as well, early on, 3 dive bans taken away here.
Yeah.
I think Mobazane is definitely going to break the mold just a little bit. It feels like RRQ Akira definitely takes something away. Oh no, they're not going to take something away from Mobazane. They're going to ban. I feel like, guys, the Valley is just drafting like a monster right here. In game
agree.
one, they
I
throw
agree.
in a lot of questions to RRQ Akira. RRQ Akira doesn't really have the answer. They need to refer to a lot of reference books. But the Valley this time round, there's this looming threat of a Granger, and RRQ Akira cannot do anything against it. Because they are first pick. They will conclude
And there
everything.
you go.
And there
We
you
called it.
We got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mobazane coming
do
back
it.
on that Granger.
Oh man!
We saw
my
him coming from a
God.
mile away, dude.
Guess
Yes.
who's back? It's Mobazane on the Granger, a signature pick for him. This was the pick that sent Blacklist International to the lower brackets at M3. And now they're doing it against RRQ Akira as we load into the game. Oh, I'm so hyped for this.
Man, this is so crazy. The way that the Valley could potentially use the Granger as well. A lot of CCs, a lot of things that could clump up everybody together. You have the Kufra, you got the Yi, and then it just lines it up for Granger so perfectly. You do have the early game in your bag as well, and it can snowball very quickly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. You can see the crowd. Let's go Valley. Hashtag Valley. That's how you support Valley. And the crowd's here. You can only see as well the crowd for RRQ Akira. It's time to dive into the Land of Dawn for game number 2. Let's see, is it going to be match point for the Valley, or will RRQ Akira equalize?
RRQ Akira, they have a ton of crowd control between like the Grok, the Akai, as well as the Cho. However, can they get into the backlines? It's true that they have so much ways to close the gap. But because of the poke that can come out from the Granger as well as the Harith, and the fact that you go for Purify, then you get punished by the Eve. It's not that easy to get into the backlines of the Valley. But if they do, that is where their composition thrives at.
Now, honestly, for RRQ Akira, right? I don't really like that Akai pick too. At that point, you knew that was going to be the Granger, right?
Yeah.
Picking up a jungler like this, there's no other real choices, right? The Ling was banned out. The Hayabusa gets countered by the Kufra here. It's going to be very tough to get it, especially considering the Valley wants to stick together for the most part. I can see why they didn't go for the Hayabusa, but the Akai here just seems, again, a bit forced.
Really forcing it. And something else that I noticed about, I think what RRQ Akira needs to do is to play around that mid lane. You know who's not going to have a very wonderful clear. That's why Akira is already here at the bottom lane, and they're putting some pressure on basic. They need to make sure that this Harith doesn't scale against the counter, which is the carry.
Well, the Harith actually does pretty well up against Gusta Lagusta in this lane. I think RRQ Akira are doing really well though because they are rotating towards that gold lane, just stopping Basic from winning in the trades and giving the carry a bit more time to actually scale up. Because the later the game goes, that's when the Yu Zhong and even the Granger, well, I'm going to talk about the Granger more, outscale, not outscale, definitely not outscale, but outranges. There you go, that was the word I was looking for. Gusta Lagusta won't be able to do anything when he's poked down by Mobazane in the mid game.
And this is a great combination with the Yu Zhong, right? The Yu Zhong closes the gap with the ultimate, and then you have the Eve for long range damage. Even better range is the Granger, right? So you can follow up after the jumps coming out from both Fight Chicken and Super Shark from a safer distance.
And here goes. Gunnerberry going to drop down. King will be able to retribute the turtle for now. Super Shark catching Luis at the back line. It's going to be a first blood over to the Granger player. There's a lot of flickers being, well, Takashi burning the flicker to get to safety.
Hey, it's deja vu. You take the kill, we take the objectives. RRQ Akira still opting to go for that and still opting to really now play around their mid and gold lane. That's their main source, well, to carry the game. That's their win condition at this point.
Now you can see the positioning coming out from RRQ Akira. They wanted to zone out the members of the Valley, and Luis did a great job doing that. However, they got punished. Like I said, the pokes coming out from the Valley, they're lethal. You cannot be hit by some of those specials, even just like the Rondo coming up from Mobazane.
Bouncing ball. Jumping out. Super Shark gets to safety. You can start to see that, RRQ Akira focusing on the mid lane this time around. They need to get a Farsa out to land on the damage.
Looking at just the way that the game is being played now, the Valleys are very comfortable at this rate, but they will have to press the issue quite much faster than you would expect. So maybe come the mid game, maybe around about 7 minutes, they have to be grouping up, utilizing Basics farm, and the fact that he has the Purify, as the Harry to deal the damage with Mobazane. That's one thing that we can expect from the Valley. For RQ Brazil, maybe they can just play it out. They have great late game with the Farsa and the carry. And if they do find the openings with all of their crowd controls, they will have the chance to duke it out in the late game.
Agreed. And here also we have the M4 stats. The Valley is ranked first in Lord secured per game with 1.4, and also ranked first in least deaths per game as a team, right? 7.1 is pretty insane as a team, considering from the games we've seen, especially from the Southeast Asian teams, there are a lot of roamers dying like 11 times in these games, right? Especially the Hildas, I'm calling them out. Here though, Valley, at this point, they also don't really need to rush. They're in no rush whatsoever. They still have that late game solid, and they can play towards the mid game, right? Lord secures number one. Luis jumps in. Whoa.
Oh, he catches it. It's going to be Saija active in the fading arrow strike at the same time. Fight Chicken going in the back, but it's going to be the pin coming out from the side of Super Shark to try to delay some time. Mobazane going in for the Rhapsody and pushes RRQ Akira away from the turtle pit.
That's 1-0 though. RRQ Akira have a man advantage. There's already a trade being set up by the Valley as Flight is in that top lane. Let's see what happens.
Oh, King jumping in. It's over the members, but Mobazane, the retribution landing true.
Mobazane has been a monster with his retribution, man. And he shows it again.
Even in the presence, 4 members of RRQ Brazil is unfazed, same level with King, but wins the Retribution battle anyways, and then they'll be able to push very quickly. Super Shark already crossing their T's and dotting their I's, making sure that every push is checked. This is the reason why I commend Super Shark so many times whenever I see them very comfortable with their playstyle. And this is also the reason why the Valley is leading by 1,000 gold.
Another fun fact to bring up, maybe after this though.
Maybe after this, but it's out to How Luis. Oh, he kicks the super shot, engager, but flickers back into safety. The bouncing ball, the better airstrike. Takashi will be there to swing the rock, but it's going to be Super Shot going down for the first time in this game.
Yeah, back to my point, right? Fun fact. The Valley, back at M3, lost to EVO's SG in the group stages, then went on to the knockout stages to beat EVO's SG. Here, Valley lost against RRQ Akira, and right now it does look like they are in the lead 1-0 and in game 2 as well.
Oh, Zamanfo is going in. Dev Sonata Basic will be there to take down Saja, and there's no more artillery strikes, and Luis trying to kick Mobazane into safety, but they will not be able to do so. Mobazane still alive, outputting the damage, giving the kills over to his team. Hoon escalates.
It's a disaster for Brazil and for RRQ Akira right now. 2.2k gold lead.
Yeah.
In the early stage of the game, this is the Valley with Granger, right? Again, RRQ Akira, it feels like just the communication isn't there. Going
Yeah,
in, they're
absolutely.
hesitant. They're very hesitant.
Mobazane should have died right there, right? No way in the world. You've absorbed the wave of the dragon from the side of Luis already, and you're not dead. I don't know what's going on.
He's hitting his Rhapsody so well. Every bullet hits, but means that he will be able to like reset the cooldown of the Rondo, so he managed it so well, and he's on point
Yeah.
with his usage of the first skill. And by the way, they utilize Hoon's ultimate just to stun. As we've mentioned, the lethal pokes coming out from the Valley, whenever there's like just like a split second or maybe a 1 second crowd control, you have a follow-up coming out from Basic as well as Mobazane. They can take down enemies
Yeah, we're
easily.
talking about the clockwork play coming up in the Valley as well. It's going to be the big dragon form going around, but King will be able to secure the turtle for now,
Conceal.
unfazed. But the Valley conceal play going in will not be able to find anything for now, not be able to convert.
It's still very intelligent, right? I mean, the Valley, they see the turtle take, they see how many resources have been placed on by RRQ Akira, and they say, you know what, instead of committing to this, that's a 50-50, might as well just back off, might as well just steal the purple buff away now that he doesn't have the retribution, right? Mobazane takes it, and you can see the level lead on a Granger, 3 levels ahead of an Akai. We, questioned the Akai pick, and now we're really seeing it, right?
Yeah, definitely. You see the push though. Oh, Fried Chicken!
Fried Chicken going in. It's going to be Fried Chicken that gets kicked into seconds damage. But bottom side looking a bit low for the side of the Valley. RRQ Akira, they need to try to push something or do some damage at the bottom lane.
This is great though. The pickups are expensive, but at the same time, it is converting into kills. If they do get a push, this will be a great economical swing in favor of RQ Brazil, and they need to make more of those shots. I mean, you can see that Luis was on point with the stun, and Gusta Lagusta being protected as well from RQ Akira. This is what they need against the Valley. Get pickoffs and convert into turns.
Oh, getting pickup is the
no.
name of the game right here. Super Shot picks up the King. It's going to be real warm manipulation. It's Zaman Force landing down by the Valley. Expensive, but I think they get the kill. They get to walk away with it.
I mean, it's expensive, but if there's no punishment, why not? Another
you go.
conceal here.
Oh my goodness,
He's
the
the
Valley,
dragon.
they're hungry. They're looking for the pickup right there. Gusta Lagusta gets wiped out of the map. Second Feather Airstrike will not be able to do anything as well. The Valley, they were looking for blood.
RRQ Akira just not used to the pace that the Valley are bringing.
Oh my goodness. So they lost their Akai in the middle, right? And then
Yeah.
RQ Akira, they were trying to clear the way of top as quickly as they can, but they were found out by the Valley. Gusta Lagusta shows himself. A quick conceal play coming out from the Valley with the hidden dragon coming out from Fried Chicken. Afterwards, you have the Death Sonata. As we mentioned, anybody who gets stunned will be taken out easily just because of the range of Mobazane.
And on top of that, again, something I do want to add is the Farsa pick, right? We spoke about this in the draft, but here you can really see, again, how the Farsa can't really have a say in these team fights when it comes to the mid stage of the game because of how oppressive Wyatt and Super Shark have been. Every single time, well, usually you see the Black Dragon form being popped in after the Feather Airstrike gets popped, but Sagan, he can't even use the Feather Airstrike. That Black Dragon form just zones him away from the fight before he can even use it. And sometimes he uses it for poke, sometimes he uses it to try to get a kill onto Wyatt, but it just does not work out in the end.
Hot take right here, when you go into Feather Airstrike, you're technically stunned, right?
Yeah.
And you're basically a target for Mobazane to land down the Death Sonata. And because you already used that Feather Airstrike, you have to fly away to avoid that damage. You'll not be able to contribute into the damage. But right now, RRQ Akira focusing on the Lord right now. This is just consolation prize, but it's up to Super Shark whether they can manage this. It's going to be Takashi going in. King with the heavy spin, pushes Basic, but Basic looking for some damage. The Death Sonata doesn't connect. RQ Akira picks up the Lord.
Such a good sneak.
It is.
Wow. They badly needed that. They needed these kinds of plays. The Valley, though, quick to punish. Able to take out one turret in the middle, maybe up top. Bottom lane, there's a fat stack of minions out there. But Mobazane is going to be stealing this purple buff. So economically speaking, the Valley still able to find their openings. But this means that RRQ Akira will have a little bit of an opening for them to bridge their way into the latter portions of the match.
Personally, I feel like what the Valley did is super clean. It's like clockwork. They're moving as a big team.
Fried Chicken.
But Fried Chicken, on the other hand, there's so much vision. But here comes the big Black Dragon. Super Shot will be wiped off, but here goes Mobazane at the same time. RRQ Akira now find a bit of a pick-up himself. Pick up by pick-up. Hoon will get kicked right back to Akira.
Okay, the name of the game is whoever engages first, they win. Both of the teams are playing front to back, so it just becomes a dive match now. And you can see it. RRQ Akira, the way to turn it around is from a dive set up by the Wild Charge.
Okay, so there will be a holy defense soon. Oh, there you go. But they will still be able to push this. RRQ Akira, out of nowhere, finds a lot of stuff.
Everything.
It's like a piñata, right? They found it and they break it open and they get all the goods in the world.
Wow, what a turn. That 3K, 4K gold lead that the Valley took 10 minutes to build is now gone. RRQ Akira with one team fight. This is what they need to do. With their backline so vulnerable to these crazy dives from the Valley, they need to create some space. How? Not by going back, moving back with the backline, but by creating some more threat towards the enemy backline so that the Valley's front line needs to move back.
Wow.
Here, we're going to take a look at the item builds again, Wolf.
See, a lot of like damage output coming out from the Grok. I was actually surprised that he went for the Blade of Despair as his last item, but he went for Hephaestus, Deadly Blade, and Blade of Despair. So much physical damage, which means so much physical defense as well. That will be the way for them to kind of frontline against Mobazane. Not against Basic as much, but you can see that he can pack up a punch. The fact that he can also like one-shot those squishy heroes, even the Harith, if he gets flickered upon with the Wild Charge, he's gonna feel that. So you have to be careful if you're Basic, because you have little HP, as well as, you know, Mobazane. They can be bursted down by this Grok, with the rapid boots, by the way.
I think right now it's just the fact that you're seeing the Farsa starting to pick up the items right here. Super Shark jumps over into the brush. Mobazane follows suit. RRQ Akira is not giving any information over the Valley right now. The Valley is a little bit struggling and they're hungry for information.
And now you can finally understand what RRQ Akira can do in the later stages of the game with this composition, right?
Correct.
They can open up the map a bit better, whereas the Valley, they're going to have to stick as 4 or even as 5 in a lot of these positions because of how vulnerable their backline is as well. But now, the only difference is from the early game is the Valley are, well, the score is equalized, the goal is equalized. RRQ Akira can just burst down the Granger now. He's not as safe as he was when he just got that brute force.
If you argue, you can even argue, I mean, that when it comes to just the scaling factor for both Akira and the Valley, we'll have to favor it to the Brazilian squad.
Yep.
You know that they have the carry that can really just carry them into the late game. Even the Grok, when it comes to just the damage department, is dependable. And of course, the Farsa.
Yeah.
The Farsa is great against squishy heroes. If you think about it, Eve, Harith, and Granger, they're not that tanky.
Nope, not at all. And right now, the Valley are committing a lot of resources to just opening up the map, but again, they have to funnel together as 5. Meanwhile, for RRQ Akira, they can be all over the map. They can open up the map one by one because of how tanky their individual members are, and here it is.
Here it is, the Black Trigger form will trigger. It's going to be Gusta Lucas that second all the way in the back line. Going second, picking up the Lord. RRQ Akira feeling strong for that, but Mobazane going into depths of the from downtown. Fight Chicken trying to push down Seiken, but it's going to be Takashi turning it around. Fight Chicken gets taken down.
1 for 1, jungler for XP lane, and RRQ Akira walks out with the valuable trade. They got the Lord.
They got the Lord with the Farsa Feathered Airstrike. Saigon was on point with the positioning, as well as the fact that they invited the Valley once again into their zone. Surely you're going to see a lot of damage coming out from Hoon and Basic, but Mobazane had to go in just to go for the retribution. That's why he's quite not confident getting in front of the Lord, because he's still a marksman at the end of the day. While you can see that the members of RRQ Brazil, they're very tanky.
They don't have a lot of siege potential now, though. With King being taken down, that's one final frontliner gone. And it does seem like the Valley are just going to be able to clear out the Lord like it's nothing. Might actually be able to just equalize the gold once again, right? There are no more enhanced mini waves to play with, but RRQ are still looking for a play.
Is looking for a play, and it's a play that they really need. Fight Chicken go all the way in the back line. Real one motivation doesn't really connect. It's going to be Fight Chicken will not be able to survive. Gusta Lugusta, the light was the damage is just too much.
That was such a good bait from RRQ Akira, man. They understand that they can't push in. They need to utilize their aggression to bait out the aggression from the Valley. And Fight Chicken, again, remember what I said early on. He always pops his ultimate before the airstrike airstrike comes in. So here, he wanted to go for an engage, but guess what? RRQ Akira have that engage, or that disengage with King.
Yeah, I think right now the Valley is really strong as spy, but then again RRQ Akira, they readapt.
Oh,
But Takashi, the flicker ultimate in the back line. It is going to be Fight Chicken Basic already lost. It is going to be also the better airstrike zoning the Valley. No answer to the bottom lane.
One shot with a wild charge, half HP Harriet, half HP Granger. And all you have to do is to follow with a feathered airstrike, not even needing it at that moment, as Gusta really hit against the Valley with all of the attack speed items that he has in the ultimate as well. And now RRQ Brazil, you can feel the scaling factor for them. Into the late game, we know that they have the advantage. For the Valley to be able to take them down, they have to go in together. They have to utilize the Dragon form in combination with the Eve ultimate as well as the Death Sonata. It's now conditional for the Valley. For them to be able to win this, they need to hit all of those conditions.
On top of those conditions, man, I mean, I don't know if this is a curse or something, but after they showed the M4 stats for #1 in Lord takes, they don't get a Lord. #1 in least deaths, they got 8 deaths, right? So right now, the Valley, again, like you said, Wolf, they have certain conditions that they need to meet to actually win the game, and it's to get a clean front-to-back composition team fight. RRQ Akira have not been letting that happen, and they've been actually isolating the members really well. And guess what? In the later stages, like you said, RRQ Akira scales better. With Gusta, they can constantly be threatening the Lord take.
Lord take happening right now. The Lord dance will be commenced. RRQ Akira baiting the Lord towards their side. But hold on a second, this time around the Valley, a bit of switcheroo right here. It's gonna be Fried Chicken all the way in the back line. Does have the Black Dragon form to gap close very quickly to join the fight. Boon in the basic in the middle lane, clearing the way for now. It is
Watch out for
a
the
big
Grok.
standoff.
Slow push in the top lane. Bottom lane too, RRQ Akira managing the waves really well here with those base turrets taken down. Those super minions doing work. And this will ultimately split the Valley up. RRQ Akira doing a really good job, and again, just playing with that time. No need to rush. Luis though!
Luis! He catches Mobile Zane, but it's going to be Luis. The ultimate will be get cancelled out. King will be able to fall as well. Fight Chicken trying to right back line damage, but will not be able to find anything as well. Gusta, the light was the damage is a little bit too much, and at the same time, not enough damage from the Valley to end the fight.
What a brilliant setup from RRQ Akira. The forced errors from the mini waves all the way to the threaten of the Lord take.
Yeah, that was the Lord dance coming up from RRQ Brazil.
Yeah.
Takashi waited for a little while after the top lane bush and then went into the Kramer's bush, immediately seeing like Mobazane being impatient and walking out of their own protection. They were baited by King just working on the Lord, and because of that, they will lose influence in the Lord. And RRQ Brazil will just take it easily.
The Valley, they lost patience. You can tell them in the, you can see their bloodthirstiness become their weakness.
Yeah, right? You were used to be called BTK, the Bloodthirsty Kings, right? But now, their Valley, they need to play it a bit more calmly. They need to stay composed. Itemization in the 19 minutes of the game. Tell me what you're seeing, Wolf.
Oh, you kind of need to swap the items now for basic. I mean, he actually sold the boots already, going for the Divine Glaive, so there's already massive damage. Although he had to go for a concentrated energy as well as the Oracle just to kind of last for a little bit longer. But I think that they need more damage now.
Shark going in, the Feather Airstrike will be activated as well. Rune, oh no, he gets deactivated.
Oh,
it's on the real one manipulation. Basic will get taken down in the back line. The Lord is actually wreaking havoc at the core of the Valley. And now Super Shark and the members of the Valley is trying to desperately defend. A 4-member defense. Fight Chicken activating, but not enough. RRQ Brazil equalizes.
The equalizer here up against a signature pick on Mobazane.
And there we go. Second game goes to RRQ. It's 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. Oh, snap. Good job, Doggy from Brazil. Nice, nice.
Them just dissecting the composition of the Valley. My goodness, that looked good.
The forced errors were absolutely amazing, but what else is amazing is the M4 Battle Night that goes live this January 21.
Okay, they're just selling skins again. So there we go, 1-1. We're going to be waiting for the third match. Again, this is the lower brackets. Lower brackets, fights on the lower brackets means if you lost, you're going to have to go home. Eliminated. Pack your bags, go to the airport, go home. Will they... Kerry is just... Kerry once again doing so good. How much is Kerry's win rate right now on the M4 tournament? We're gonna have to check the stats. This best of 5, by the way, best of 5. All of the fights starting from now on, I mean since yesterday, is gonna be all best of 5. What's your most favorite hero? It has to be Kagura. Bad move for picking Granger. Now there's some other priority picks. But to be honest though, yeah, you see Kerry being picked a lot. Being able to slip the ban section because there are other heroes that they usually prioritize to ban. Joy is a good example of a priority ban. Is this the lower bracket? Yes, this is the lower bracket. Whoever wins this match, they're gonna have to fight on whoever loses the Echo versus Onyx. Yeah, this RRQ Brazil. Who won? RRQ Brazil won. That's a bummer. Yep, INC already eliminated. Though INC gave a good fight before they went home. And to be honest, INC performed good during the M4. It's just that they couldn't take out the Falcon. Falcon was the top group during the group stage. By the way, it's gonna be Falcon against RRQ Indonesia. On RRQ Indonesia's match, since they lost against Blacklist, they're gonna be fighting Falcon. Yeah, Falcon almost lost. INC really did. INC really surprised us, man, to be honest. INC took down the Malaysian gods, the Malaysian champions, which was the... was it Hack or Todak? From which device do you play MLB? From a phone? Android phone. Kerry is overpowered. Yeah, but there were also instances wherein Kerry didn't pop off. But you're right, most of the time Kerry was melting people down. By the way, Elgin, your thumbnail is really an audience grabber. Why? Who do you think will win, Echo or Onyx? That's a very hard question, man. Both Echo and Onyx has the top tier gameplay. Man, like I said, those 4 teams, Echo, Blacklist, RRQ Indonesia, Onyx, both those 4 teams has what it takes. Maybe even Falcon, but those 4 teams has what it takes to be in the final. It's hard to tell which team is gonna win, cause they're playing on such a high level that whenever their opponent just makes a single mistake, the other team is gonna capitalize on that. I think the question is who's gonna choke first, like that fight with Albert, right? Nah, that wasn't actually choke. That wasn't. What Albert did wasn't choking. It was just, I don't know, man. Who do you support, TV or RRQ Akira? Ooh, like I love. What is Ube Strat? Oh yeah, you guys were asking for that since yesterday, right? Wait. Ube Strat means ultimate bonding experience. On Ube Strat, it's ultimate bonding experience. It's basically you guys banding together with the SSS, clumped together, close together, loving each other kind of close. Ultimate bonding experience. Which team? Oh, for the one who was asking, which do I like? Which team do I like to win? RRQ Brazil or the Valley? Well, I do like RRQ since this is their debut match. But the Valley winning is also good for the show. So I like RRQ Brazil, but there's also advantages with the Valley winning because the Valley has the hype. It will give more hype to the viewers. You know, seeing Mobazane, which also again reaching the finals. So that's good hype for the show. Good entertainment. Right? I like RRQ Brazil though. What app program you use to edit your videos? We use Premiere Pro and Movavi. Premiere Pro for video edits and Movavi. I play on iPhone 13 and mabilis mag-over it. Oh, sana all. Sana all my iPhone 13. iPhone 13 is just, I mean, iPhones are just smooth, man. I've also experienced playing on iPhone and ROG. There's a smoothness you can't explain on iPhone whenever you are using skills on Mobile Legends. And I already used the back then ROG 3 was the latest, but it still couldn't compare to the smoothness of whenever you're using fast skills like chose for skill. Like chose for skill, it felt the response on iPhone smoothness was different. That's the only thing I like iPhones though. About iPhones. That's the only single stuff I like about iPhones as compared to the Android phones. Because other stuff, I will go for Android. But there's just this smoothness on skill dragging that you can't explain that iPhone has. Right? That's the only thing I like though. Other stuff, I would always go for Android. I play ML on my motorcycle. God dang it. You play ML on your motorcycle. How is that? Do you play ML while you're riding your motorcycle? Because if that smooth UI, oh snap! Ha ha! Let's go. We're gonna listen to the Hot Babes. I mean, we're gonna listen to the interview since we wanna know the thoughts of the Valley fans, right? We want to know the thoughts of the fans of the NA of the Valley. Okay.
So you
There we
guys,
go.
I'm pretty sure we know who they're rooting for. It says here, the Valley, dude. Okay, so give us an inside scoop. Out of everyone in the Valley, who's the funniest?
I think Basic's the funniest.
Basic?
Yeah.
You agree?
I think Hoon's the funniest.
Oh, Hoon.
Yeah.
Okay, Hoon's the funniest,
Yeah.
Basic's the funniest. Who's the most friendly?
Hoon.
Hoon?
Hoon.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Who's the most serious?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Why
Okay.
chicken?
When
Yeah,
someone
fried
is
chicken.
down, who lifts everybody up?
I would say it would be Mobazane.
Yeah, Zane.
Moba Zane. Okay, now, since you guys talk to them often, tell us something that we don't know about any of the players in the Valley.
Spill the tea, please.
So one of the things that I know being in the NACT and actually have seen the Valley in person, this is my second time. One of the things they like to do is play chess.
Chess?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Zane is good at
Mobazane and
chess.
Chicken are constantly playing chess whenever they can. That's like Mobile Legends is like chess. So they're constantly training their brains to handle the situations here.
Wow, ini menarik banget ya. Kita baru aja dapat bocoran dari GDI kok kalau ternyata player dari The Volley mereka tuh suka main catur untuk ngasah otak mereka. And it surprised us, right, Mara?
Who's win? I want to know who wins most of the time.
I don't think I've ever seen the outcome, but all I know is that in the NACT, they were just constantly, like you've seen it, they were fighting it out, like as a team. And I think that's like their team building exercise.
Now, people say that Moba Zane sometimes get a little bit overconfident. tell us something that we don't know about him, because I feel like he's just being honest about his opinions, right?
I think there's a lot of weight on Mobazane's shoulders. He has a lot of followers all around the world. He has a lot of haters. But for such a young man to be able to carry his team to 2 world tournaments and just deliver some of the best gameplay that we've seen. He's the #1 tank jungler in the M4 right now. So I just think Zayn is the rock to this team.
Okay, I just gotta say, haters gotta hate, but who's in the world stage?
It's him.
Exactly.
But how about you guys rooting for the Volley now? What are you gonna do if the Volley win the M4?
Oh,
Is there
what are you gonna do?
something you wanna do?
I wanna interview the Valley. I've been to the NACT. I've seen them twice. I want to sit down and kind of get their opinion on like what's taking them here. I always call this is like the American crawl through the bottom bracket, and I'm glad to be here to be able to see it. So I want to get an interview with them and get to see what their opinion of what they're doing.
Yo, Satyajit Kumar. Thank you for the donation, man. Satyajit Kumar. Thank you for the donation and support on this channel. How are you doing? Oh, so they're still going on about the interview. I'm just looking at some good visuals during this one. There's no more leg slit though. What happened, Mara? Come on, man. Bro, which team just No Limit does not play? I mean, doesn't play on the M4. Lito Utrera. What's up, man? How are you guys doing? So we're waiting 2 more minutes before the next game. 1-1. Both teams is 1 win, 1 win. Yeah, good visuals. Not so good from before though. Where'd the goddamn dress slit go, Mara? We want our dress lit. Zyme, what's up? Na nerf. Mara's dress got nerfed big time. Can you hear me, bro? Yeah, Demonic? How are you doing, Demonic? We want Ron. Ron, this is from Ron, okay? This is not from me. This is from Ron. Ron send, dude, we want Domi Mommies. Domi Mommies. Dominating Mommies. That's from Ron, man, not me. Do you like watermelon? I love watermelon, man. It's one of my favorite fruits. I will just buy a single big watermelon and I will eat it for myself. Like, that's how I eat. That's how I eat watermelon, man. Do you think Yuzong needs buff? No, man. Yuzong is being spammed here in the M4. I don't think he does. I don't think he needs any more buff, man. Yuzong is already being buffed here in the M4, right? So no need for a buff for Yuzong. How about Parabola, Elgin? Do you love it? Parabola? What's a Parabola, man? I forgot. How do you? What's Parabola? I think I've remembered that before, but I forgot. Who's your favorite M4 player? Ooh, who's my favorite M4 player? That's a tough question. I won't say that again, Kiriko. I won't say that bad Pikachu version, man. Yo, go home. Got you. Go home with your weird ass name, man. Namaste, Elgin. IZ Bonnie, what's up? Elgin and the boys versus TV. We will get wiped out. Eka Wena, what's up? Absayu, what's up? Hello, shout out to our squad. From Jojo Bizarre. Shout out to our squad, Simp. Especially, we have tournament today. Good luck on your tournament, man. Who's your anime crush? A lot. Anime crush? La Latina, probably. Faye Valentine. There's so much, man. There's so much. Parabola stopping bola. What? If you eat watermelon, you should eat coco melon too. Who's your favorite hero from Barian? It's Kagura. My favorite hero is Kagura. Watermelon is like cucumber's older brother. Watermelon sweet though. Just came back from making a coffee. What did I miss? It's 1-1. 1-1. Naruto Uzumaki. Again, guys, once the draft pick starts, we're gonna shut up and watch the draft pick. I think the old Hanabi is better. Here we go. Let's go.
It's going to be contested. Surely you can go for the Eve as one of the stronger heroes out there, but I still feel that we can see the trend of the focus on the Grok as the EXP lane because of its scaling as well as its early game potential, and the Farsa. This is the deal breaker. So far, it has been the highest, at least in this series, right? It is the 100% win rate hero, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. So
RQ lost with the Farsa.
Oh, well,
but
that's true.
you can see the Farsa impact being there,
That's right, that's right.
The Feather Airstrike going in, a very strong early game. You get
Right.
to control the mid lane. You scale crazier into the later part of the game. You
Correct.
have this awkward position in the mid game where you're just waiting for the
Yeah.
clock of destiny to tick. And
Yeah.
when the clock finishes ticking,
Yeah.
you do exponential amount of
Ah,
damage.
goodness, you can even act like a retribution with the retro battles.
He did. He used it. Yeah.
Exactly
Yeah.
what happened in their long range one. So it's just there's a lot of ways to play this Farsa. You can even play it aggressively, like how we see like Haji and Rosa play it. So I think this is also like the point of contention between two teams.
Well, once again, both of these coaches, Coach Balut for the Valley and Coach Cabral from RRQ Akira, they're going to have to go open up their books and make some new strategies up, because it feels like both teams have been here for so long in Indonesia, and they've definitely scrimmed against one another a lot, right?
Yeah.
You can see the drafts for both of the games have been going really fast,
Yeah.
and that's just because both teams really recognize each other's playstyles. They understand how to play against each other, and that's why the confidence is there too. RRQ Akira picked the Farsa against the Yuzong. That's a counter matchup. Does not matter though for them, because they were able to equalize. It's time to get into the drafts. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 seconds left. The countdown is here to get into game number 3. Match point for one of these teams as we jump into it.
Biggest question I want to see right here, who will be going in first pick? Because RRQ Akira has always gone first pick. This time around, the Valley shaking it up just a little bit.
Yeah. I wonder if the Valley will just eye for a glue pick by banning out the Grok in this specific slot, knowing that the carry will be open as well. Could be a consideration, as it is indeed going to be the carry. RQ Akira, are you going to ban out the glue, or are you going to just give it up for the Valley to take?
Well, if they do go for the glue ban here, it's just the standard draft that we've gotten used to seeing in the group stages, right? That was also the stage where RRQ Akira actually were able to take down the Valley.
Correct.
You know, I was thinking, right? Yes, you can go ahead with the glue ban. I feel like both of these two teams, Akira will definitely take the Farsa again. You definitely feel that the Valley will definitely take the Eve again. It's going to be the battle of the artillery mages once again. And of course, in this case, I feel like it strongly favors the second pick, because you get to pick two of these. You draft the Farsa, and then you can draft the Yuzhong immediately to counteract against the enemy artillery mages.
Yep. So the Eve is open, one of the stronger heroes to pick up. Maybe they're even considering taking out just the Grok at this point, knowing that how strong it is. So far, whoever holds the Grok wins the game.
Yeah,
right?
that's the one with 100% win rate, especially in this series.
Yep.
The Grok is just so good, especially for these two teams that really like to go front to back, right? Because it really destroys that proper formation, the front to back formation. So they can prioritize it, but I honestly think, you know, when you have someone like Hoon in the mid lane, you want to prioritize that Eve pick. Because so far in this tournament too, you haven't really seen that much, you know, that many heroes being picked up by Hoon. So still a big question mark as to what his hero pool is.
Yep. So now the Grok is open. You can also opt to go for the Yuzhong if you're RRQ Akira.
Yep.
But then again, there's the choice of the Claude. Knowing that that both 1-1 as well as the carry has been banned out, kind of makes you think that maybe the Claude is a prime commodity for both teams. As well as the fact that it is okay dealing against the Eve, because you can get to the backlines with your BMI. And so is the Grok. So this might be the heroes of consideration for RRQ Akira.
Hot take right here. RRQ Akira can go for the Grok and also the Yuzhong together, but no, it's going to be a Lapu Lapu and the Grok
Alright.
because the enemy has already selected a Eve. You won't be able to drop the Farsa in. So I feel like as long as you pick the Farsa at your third pick, that should be A-okay.
Okay, so again, prime commodity for the Claude. Even when there's the presence of both Grok as well as the Lapu Lapu, you want to pick it up because you don't want to give it to RRQ Akira. At the same time, this is like the stronger marksman that's left in the hero pool. Having both 1-1 as well as the carry banned out means that the stock or the value of the Claude just increases. So what do you answer now if you're facing up against the Lapu Lapu? You go Benedetta, or do you go for something like, so they go Lolita instead, a Shark Special for the Valley?
Well, at this point, I think RRQ Akira should just go for something like a Lilia, right? You're up against a lot of dive. You have a lot of sustain here. You already have 2 dive heroes. I think getting better mid-control is going to be very, very prio here for RRQ Akira, who wants to get the game rolling from the early stage. Lilia becomes just the best choice there when he comes to just wave clear.
I agree. Maybe they reserve it, maybe just pick up the Farsa eventually, but yeah, surely Lilia is going to be good for Akira for them to pick up. We forgot about the Valentina already.
2 good ults, the Numenon Blast and the real world manipulation. Valentina has a sort of similar effect, but more so towards a little bit more CC and trading as opposed to just clearing in that mid lane. Now, moving on to the second phase. Hey, we got a quote from Luis himself, the man that was popping off in Game 2. I think when the opponent likes to trash talk, it gives strength for the team, and we stay humble every time because we're from Brazil.
Okay.
So Brazilians are humble. That's what I'm getting at here.
Yeah, me too.
That hidden shade towards someone from the Valley. I'm not going to even name names here right
It has
here.
to be like, I think Hoon. No?
But it's going to be RRQ Akira banning away the Barats. I'm guessing that's definitely going to be a Fredrin ban
Fredrin
coming
all
off
the
of
way.
RRQ Akira as well. You don't want to give Moba Zane something that he's more comfortable with. But I feel like what the Valley truly shines at is comfort picks, right? But here we go. It's going to be a Leslie taken away. I feel like the Beatrix should go next coming out from the side of the Valley. But technically speaking, you have a Lolita, the shield coming out. The Niru's Passion can get cancelled.
Yeah. Lolita is a classic, in a way, counter to the Beatrix, and you also have the Esmeralda. Okay, they don't want their Lapu Lapu to face a unfavorable matchup, as well as the Grok. Actually, all of the heroes here coming up from Akira kind of struggle against the Esmeralda in the laning stage, despite the Esmeralda being a non-meta pick, if you think about it. So, yeah, the Valley might even consider banning out Harith this time, although they do have counters to the Harith, they have answers to the Harith. It might be just due diligence to actually ban that out.
They're doing a really good job at shutting Flying Chicken down, right? RRQ Akira, you can already see Esme taken out, Glue, Joy, Grok, Lapu picked up. Benedetta was banned by the Valley, so now it's Flying Chicken. Big question mark on him. What is he going to play, right? This is so far a brilliant draft that's been executed by Coach Cabral. That Ling ban, I think, again, they are done with banning the gold laners because they already have a Lolita. They want to be up against a Beatrix and a Brody.
Do they want to take the Fredrin this time so that they deny it away from the Valley, maybe?
Yeah,
or
take it.
Actually, I will not mind if they go for something like a Popol and Koopa.
There you go.
There you go. The Fredrin denial coming out from RRQ Akira. Very smart coming out from the Brazilian squad.
I think something that RRQ Akira also needs to look out for is that, yes, you're drafting a Fredrin, you're drafting a Lapu Lapu and a Grok. Well, technically speaking, there's a lot of burst damage going in, but when it comes to, constant DPS, the Valley definitely truly shines. And you know that Claude will go in with the Manhunt's sword, you're going to shred through, and there you go, the Thamus leaked for fried chicken.
Okay, you need more damage in the early stages. So Mobazay needs a hero that can dish out the damage in the early stages while also like frontline. So it is going to be Karina. Okay, I think that RRQ Akira can even consider something like a fast-paced marksman, like a Popol and Koopa, in fact, to kind of zone out this Claude and win the laning stage, or even a Bruno, right? So that might be their choice here.
Well,
But they go standard Beatrix.
It's a safer pick, right? I mean, way more flexible compared to a Bruno that really needs to get that snowball going. Although it would be great to see RRQ Akira on Bruno, maybe with a Neymar skin.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that would be great.
100%. But here you have the drafts set already for both of the teams. The Valley here I think in that second phase, they were really cornered in the draft, and that really hurt them. Thamus, sure, White Chicken is really good at it. He is comfortable on that hero, but up against the composition coming in from the side of RRQ Akira with so much CC and so many frontline members, it's going to be really hard for the Valley to melt that down.
Very true. You have the flicker to cancel the Numinum Blast if ever it's going to be casted or if ever they find the opening. Frederick can frontline. You also have that jump coming out from the Lapu Lapu. Many gap closers coming out from RRQ Akira. Now for the side of the Valley, they wouldn't have enough to protect their backlines. But what they can do, if ever the entirety of RRQ Akira goes for the dive, they can punish the backlines. Here we go. Minion control from the Grok. The Grok block to make sure that the first wave is going to be in the favor of RRQ Akira.
Welcome to the land of Dawn. Battle for match point here. The Valley and RRQ Akira. The Valley and RRQ both opting to go for orange buff first.
Mirror matchup for now in terms of the rotations. I think it's still A-okay. Mobazane going for the Karina tank as usual. But I'm interested to find out more about the EXP matchup.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, Thamus versus the Lapu, Takashi is going to have a bit of a harder time early on, but once he gets that Bravest Fighter, I think he should be doing okay.
But White Chicken's something that could just like 1v3 everybody, right? So RRQ Brazil, if they really want to make sure that the Takashi has a winning lane, they need to commit way loads of resources at the bottom lane, especially where that's also where the first turtle was spawned.
Yeah, that's the thing. White Chicken, surely if you go for if you snowball correctly, even with this vengeance, you can really like 1v3, 1v4 the composition of RRQ Akira. But then you're going to be asking the question, what is really the Valley's plan in here? Do they want to just pave the way for Basic to be farmed in the latter portions, or do they activate this Claude together with the power spike of both the Karina as well as the Thams, right? Because if you're looking at RRQ Brazil, it is really one-dimensional. If you think about it, it's pretty standard. It's a template. What they need to do is just to team fight with the Valentina and the Frederick and pave the way for the damage output to come from the Beatrix.
On top of that, use the dive to get onto Hoon and Basic, right? If they are able to do that, getting those damage dealers out of the way, the Valley have drafted themselves a 3 frontline composition. Once again, RRQ Akira technically doing the same thing here. Mobazane getting a very cheeky steal over to the gold buff. But in terms of the mid control, it does seem like RRQ Akira will have more say there. Even rotate the Valentina down in the XP lane.
Yep, it's going to be White Chicken. I think that's already ultimate activated as well. Second and White Chicken duking it out. At the same time, the turtle is already a little bit half HP. More than quarter, actually. King is already there. Safe, secure by the turtle. First turtle going in. It's going to be Luminum Blast. Denied by Lewis with the wild charge.
Oof. Early on. This time, RRQ Akira take the objective, but there are no kills traded back for the Valley.
Again, another choice from the RRQ Brazil squad. We call it the Brazilian rotation, where you go for the you port your mid laner to the XP lane so that he gets level 4, and also the roamer is left with a full minion wave in the middle before the turtle starts. What happens is you have 4 ultimates available, and you have a lot of zone out. You have a lot of dudes just frontlining
a lot of dudes
for RRQ Brazil.
Oh, that's a lot of damage coming out because the Shark forced to use the flicker and the shield just to get out alive. That's a lot of damage already in the early game for the side of Gusta Lagusta.
Gusta is an absolute monster. Remember his stats, right? Number 1 in hero damage, turret damage per minute. I mean, and per game. So right now on the Beatrix, he is very comfortable. This is the hero that likes to clear waves and siege. Usually you see a lot of the Brody as well, but now on the Beatrix with a lot of resources being placed in the gold lane, you can already see, oh, that's a cut, that's a cut. Look at the gold lane. Ooh, close.
Almost. Very close. But RRQ Akira, this is the drop that favors the Beatrix, right? You do have 3 frontliners in the mid, and standing in front of the Beatrix, basically allowing Gusta Lagusta to free hit. Seiyun, on the other hand, could take Super Shark's Luminum Blast as well to set it up for RRQ Akira. So many things that RRQ Akira could do.
All of a sudden, you have a ton of crowd control coming out from RRQ Brazil. You also have a lot of dive. Then again, for the Valley, all they have to do now is make sure that this Claude from Basic will have a better time than his Harith in the latter portions of the game. Well, we do know that the natural scaling of the Claude is much better, and because of the fact that there's a lot of tanks in the side of RRQ Brazil, this Demon Hunter sword pickup coming up from Basic squad is going to be valuable in the latter portions of the game.
Very.
I think valuable is like an understatement, right, Mirko?
Yeah.
Yeah. Early on again, right? You can see it. This is what the Grok brings to the table. Let's see.
Breakfast Warrior going in.
Oh.
Mobazane takes away the turtle. It is going to be lost changing. It is going to be RRQ Akira stuck in a very hard place. But they managed to turn it around. Not enough damage from the side of Hoon to clear it.
It's the opposite that's happening here. RRQ Akira, they're trading kills for the turtle. They're saying the Valley, if you want it, if you want to use that many.
Man, that clash going to RRQ. Yo, calm before chaos. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you for the donation and support. Hi, Elgin Senpai. Do you know Major Biri? BD? Not really, man. Who's that?
We rarely see very quick pickup on the Cloud of Destiny for Valentina, but because of how he was able to get a double kill, level advantage as well as gold advantage over the Eve, which means that if ever he is able to steal that Eve ultimate, that's gonna pack up a punch.
Oh, look at this. The Valley ties with Onyx Esports at #1 in the highest KDA with 6.9. So, again, very impressive for a team in the lower brackets with a lot more pressure on them, right?
Super nice.
Pretty interesting, though. But over the course of these two games, I think that is going to rise up, or I mean, KD is going to go fall down. Superstar caught.
Oh, Superstar get caught out. So many CC. RRQ Brazil giving a CC festival.
It's complete 180, dude. RRQ Akira are doing what the Valley did to RRQ Akira in the first two games. They're the ones finding the proactivity on the map. And again, King and Mobazane, every time they're on tanks, they just like to beat each other up. Basic though.
A lot of Nibiru's passion going in. Hoon going, trying to clean it up. The sniper ran a shot, will be able to just melt down Hoon's shields for now.
The fact that they cleared up top lane, the defense coming out from the Valley, even when it's very expensive with the ultimate usages, I think it's worth for the American squad because now they will have more time for Basic to farm and they keep their turret up top. More ways to control the map or at least equalize the control of the map between them and their opponents.
The American squad. Which American squad?
That's true.
The Salvas of the North, but Luis coming in with the wall charge as well. Mobazane trying to make some damage towards Luis. It is going to be Basic and Hoon focusing on the Lord turret instead. Luis from Matas will not be able to land. Luis will need to run for the hills, but nowhere to run at all. Basic, the ultimates from the Valley, kills two.
Oof. And it's also a turret take, right?
Yep.
They are absolutely amazing at translating King.
Wow,
What do you want?
That's a lot of damage coming out of Fried Chicken. This is why you ban the Thamas from Fried Chicken.
Whoa! Supershark still going as well. Zoning Gusta with other members to come into Siege.
This aggression coming out from the Valley is just unprecedented. All of a sudden you thought, the Valley's a hamster and suddenly they became, I don't know, a monster?
Yeah, Fried Chicken just played that so well. He timed the usage of the Vengeance, knowing that at a certain point for King, as the Fredrin, to be able to sustain, you need to hit your opponents, right? So it's the complete counter now for Fried Chicken, knowing that he probably has like Corrosion Siphon now, so that he can be able to pin down this Fredrin, being in front of the Fredrin all the time. He managed to take him down. And up top, you saw Super Shark utilizing the Numinum Blast for zoning out the members of RRQ Brazil. Yes, wasn't able to hit it, but he made a big zone out, box out, against the side of RRQ Akira.
Yeah, if you don't land the ultimate, it's just called a zoning ultimate, right? But that is a very good zone coming out from Super Shark.
There you go, Corrosion Sight for the Thams together with the Dominant Size means that Fredrin is no longer a problem for the Valley.
He also built Radiant Armor first, right? So up against a lot of the physical damage that's coming in from the Valley, he's going to be relatively squishy, actually. Basic can melt him down like it's nothing, and King will really need to finish up on those physical defense items before he can really act as the frontliner. And currently, it's a bit confusing, right? Because RRQ Akira, with their composition, it feels like they have a lot of frontliners, but most of their frontliners are easily melted down by the Valley members.
Takashi still backs up a punch, does have the Bloodlust Axe, and now Dom Ice. They can now team fight.
Yep, the slow going in, the taunt happened by the King as well. Nibiru Passion just to go away. Mobazane just landing a lot of damage against Luis Wanyu, but the Valley, they're sieging up mid lane. They want to crack open the mid. I think that's a big commodity as compared to the Lord.
Uh-oh, we'll see it here. Mobazane actually really pinned down, but Basic is there to help him get out of that situation. Here though, honestly, 1,000 gold lead. I think the Valley are doing a great job at actually just playing around with the waves.
Yeah.
Lord Dance here, forcing RRQ Akira out of their own territory to really contest for the Lord, and it's already very low.
It's a little bit low right now, 1/4 HP. I don't think RRQ
Wow.
Brazil will be able to do anything for now. The Aluminum Blast going in the swing time. Look at the back line. It's going to be basic. BMI all the way out. Mobazane healing for his old team. And they're there. Basic coming in with the Blazing Duet at the same time. Takashi absorbing all the damage, but that is not enough on the aggression of the Valley.
4-0 trade for the Valley. Gusta Lagusta there with a flicker towards the real world inflation instead of away from it. I don't know if that was a mistap perhaps, but that's not what you want to see now from RRQ Akira. The Valley with White Chicken absolutely melting down the frontliners from RRQ Akira. They're doing everything they can to really just shut down RRQ.
Yeah. Saigyo going in again. Real one manipulation. Sagan, there's nowhere for you to run. Super Shark. The Roma will take you down.
Oh, Hood is so deadly with the Eve. You can see the timing that he's using his ultimate during the teamfight that happened where they found 4-0. And even in the middle, he knows that there's no way for Saigon to get out because the flicker is already burned in the previous clash that they had when Saigon missed the Stone and Aluminum Blast, and now the Valley will have so much control of the game. 6.9k.
Oh my goodness, Lewis missing that wild charge. Zane absorbing so much damage. It's just crazy. He's just stalling on this Karina tank.
He just walks out of there, man. Basic 2, he's feeling it. You can see the recalls, the style right in front has the BMI to go back to.
Absolute disrespect, man.
And now it's time to take a look at the items again. That really hasn't changed much since we last saw it for RRQ Akira.
The choice coming out from King to prioritize the Radiant Armor. You'll understand why he went for it. He knows that he's going to be battling against both the Eve as well as the Karina, but he didn't respect the fact that the Thams can run him down essentially with the Corrosion Scythe and the Dominance Eyes. Together with the Claw, this Blade Armor will not be able to cut it. Had it been that RRQ Brazil have found the openings in the early stages, with the composition that they have, King will have more items to boot. But at this point, as it stands, there's no sustain from RRQ Akira to frontline against the damage of the Valley.
Once again, real world manipulation. Sagan will not be able to use the ultimate as well. Even though he's taken away. But Gusta Lagusta, the wild charge coming up. Louis buying some time. Takashi stunning members of the Valley. But the member of damage, the amount of damage coming off of the Valley is exponential.
Oh, it's too much to handle. They're not even getting the frontliners low here. White Chicken was just, what, oh my god, he didn't even lose a lot of HP there. He was chunked by a bit from the Bennett's Rage, and that's when you know you have a problem. Zane can walk up to anyone and say, hey, I'll take your orange buff. That's a red fee though from King to secure it. But it's still the Valley who's just showing how dominant they are here in the enemy jungle.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I was expecting more heal, more damage, but the amount of disrespect coming up from the Valley though, wow. My goodness.
He just manned up against 1.6k damage from the render shots from Gusta Lagusta and then just regen it up in just a few seconds. The amount of sustain from the Valley overwhelms RRQ Akira for now. And I'm pretty sure that this Lord Dance is going to be instrumental for both teams. The RRQ Akira needs to take this away, but the Valley's not letting them.
The Valley's definitely not letting them. Fried Chicken already at the back line. Look at the render shot, would not be able to connect. That's one big mega damage, but look at Fried Chicken. He's tanky and he's hungry. And Mobazane coming in with a kill. Luis will be the first one to go down. Who will pick that up? Sagan nowhere to run as well. Why are you doing with... Oh, that's a good ultimate coming up with Sagan. But Fried Chicken, oh no, there's nowhere to run. Takashi as well. The Valley kidnaps RRQ Akira, and that is a wipeout!
Wipe out in the 13th minute of the game. 9.2k gold lead.
Absolute disrespect coming up from the Valley. The antagonist rampaging all across the lower brackets, and they will gain that lead.
Match point for NA for the Valley. And here it is. This is where RRQ Akira needs to make a lot of adjustments. There were a lot of mistakes that were very visible, evident in game number 3. And guess what? If they don't take it properly, it might impact that mentality coming into the final game. That can be the final game.
And there we go, man. Game 2 goes to the Valley. So the Valley only needs one more win for them to move to the next stage. If they win, man, RRQ Brazil will have to go home. One more win, guys, for the Valley fans out there, because the polls said we have like 79% on guys rooting for the Valley. So one more win and the Valley is safe. Can RRQ Brazil answer back though? Yeah, that TP, but if someone's gonna TP, man, it's probably not Claude. Eve should be the one who TP, man. Yeah, this is best of 5. So next game. It's best of 5. Which one is Assassin Dave? Assassin Dave? Assassin Dave? What the heck? Assassin Dave ito gadang caster, man. Rancho Onam, what's up? Cow plus chicken. Do you have a Bea figurine? No, we don't have a Bea figurine. Bea figurine. Shout out for Pira. What? Pira Chowhan. Pira Chowhan? What's Pira Chowhan? Uncle Dave, let's go. Chicken masala. How can I donate Team Valley? I don't know. Donate to the Team Valley? I know, right? Chicken did good. How about basic? Dave looks funny. Why? Shout out to Moba Chad. Where's the Starlight giveaway? I am not sure, man. They need more win, right? Yeah, one more win for the Valley and they're safe to go. They're good to go to the next stage. RRQ Akira though. Can they win the next match? Is this gonna go 2-on-2? Is this gonna go 2-2? Or will the Valley dominate on 3-1? If the Valley dominates this on 3-1, man, I think that's saying a lot. That anime flashback, man, the Valley was doing bad on the group stage. The Valley did bad at the beginning of the M4, but now it's like they had a huge power up, right? Probably each one of the members had a anime flashback. Sudden boost in their team plays, man. Is Gosu General playing in the Valley boss? Nah, it's Hun. Hun is the one playing on the Valley. Let me move my face. Hun is the Eve who did a lot on that game, man. Flex, I'm on my jacket though. You won't see any. Ooh, power of Mara. Ooh, probably an anime flashback on Mara's interview. So there you go. Gosu General is still on Gosu. Yeah, Gosu General is the Gosu guy. Are you gonna max out pass to get the figurine, bro? I'm not sure, Patrick. I'm not sure if we will do that. Why Gosu General? I think only M1, right? He stopped joining. He's more of a creator now, Mad Dog. Gosu General is more of a content creator now. Chicken turns in buffalo, that happens. Do you know Shinman? Yeah, we do know Shinman. Not personally though, but we... Yeah, Gosu General is the Gosu. 1 billion view coming in this channel. What will be the giveaway? 1 billion view? Where are your kids? They're busy with their lives. Elgin, who's the coach of the Valley? I am not sure who's the coach of the Valley. Yeah, Gosu is now a fun only, no tourney squad. Fun only, no tourney squad. Yeah, like I said, they're more of a content creator guys now. Where's your kids? Call them. What? My kids are busy with their own life, man. They're having their own social life with their school and whatnot. 1 billion views. I will do a foot reveal. What's up with foots lately? Never mess with my idol, Mobazin. Ooh, from Clay. From Clay, never mess with my idol Mobazane. Where are you from? Elgin, we're from PH, Philippines, Novaliches. What does Kuya mean from Avocado? Kuya means bigger brother, older brother or bigger brother, Aniki, or something like that. I love you, Elgin. I love you, someone. Someone. Nice name. Your kid is like Naruto Uzumaki. Are you married? Not yet. We'll soon get married though. 4 million subs, Elgin family reveal na. I don't know, man. Can you say something from PH? Mabuhay ka, monster. Sana sana lumaki kang maayos. Petition to have Elgin M5 skin. M5 skins. Do you know ML Guide? Our old YouTube channel used to be ML Guide. Our old YouTube channel used to be ML Guide. We just had to change it on Elgin after five years ago. What is Hindi? Hindi in PH? Hindi in PH basically means no. N-O, no. Kuya means turtle in Indonesia. Mad respect. Really? Kuya means turtle in Indonesia? That's nice to know. Do you know Betoski? Yeah, I know those YouTubers, guys. But I haven't met them personally. But I do... Don't read my name. Real pancakes? PH? Why? Love from Egypt. What's up, Karim Sayed? Did I say your name right? Karim Sayed. Do you know Ask Vel, Elgin? Yeah, Ask Vel was actually already one of the well-known YouTubers before we started on ML. Because before we started on ML, those guys, Gemic, Assassin Dave, Ask Vel, Doggy, Blue Panda, they had like a group. And I was watching them and I was like, oh snap, look at them traveling in Indonesia or Singapore, I forgot, and being invited on tournaments. Can I be a YouTuber? Can I be a YouTuber just like that? And I did. So here we are. I want to see you in a suit, Elgin. Ooh. Probably someday when we go to an event. What were you calling to Kadita? Teleport? What? Can you defeat everyone alone? We're not that OP, man. We're probably just like a minion against those pro guys. Boss Elgin, why are you not participating in M4 tournament? Well, we're more of a content creator as compared to a pro player. We do a lot of contents. Mad Dog. Although we do play a lot of ML, but also a lot of our time goes to video editing and thinking up of videos, of video content and animations, especially the animations, man. So it's hard to be a pro player and a content creator as well. You actually see a lot of previews. You actually see a lot of old pro players that once they're done with their pro career, they go to become a content creator on YouTube or Facebook. Even like example is Honda. You guys remember Honda? After that, he made a YouTube or Zapnu. I mean, Zapnu still has his team, but he doesn't play. He himself doesn't play anymore. It's his team that's playing. It's so being a content creator and a pro player, it's gonna be hard to focus on both of them at the same time. So something has to give. And we lean more on towards the content creator side. If we're gonna go pro, we won't have time to create daily contents. Do you watch One Piece? Yes, I read and watch One Piece. Luffy, Zoro, everyone, man. I've been watching that since day one. Boss, Elgin, did also Muntun send you invitation to join in M4 tournament? What kind of invitation? Like, be a guest? Because we're definitely, you can't just become a pro. They did invite us before on Jakarta, Indonesia. Not on M4 though. Not on M4. But that was way back, even before COVID. Nico Robin. Ah, snap, Nico Robin. Nami Swan. Nami siya. Nami. Rico. Oh, snap. Don't make me excited during the live stream. Hi, Elgin. Shout out to my girlfriend, Micah Kismol. 9-sticks girlfriend. Again, guys, once the draft pick starts, we're gonna shut our mouth and listen to the draft pick. One more win for the Valley, and they're gonna take this. And can RRQ answer back? Boa. Still though, Nico, it has to be my favorite as compared to Boa and Nami. Nico has just, I mean, Nami's fine, but Nico has that, I mean, Robin has that sexy feel, right? Do you know why MLBB don't do tournaments like this in Europe too? It's because it's all about because of how famous the game is. On MLBB is not that famous in Europe, so you know. I'm gonna shut up and let's listen to the draft pick.
Akira, now or never to equalize in the draft. We go. Game number 4. RRQ Akira opting to go back into the first pick. The Valley now on the red side. So far, I do believe that the blue side has still been getting much more success overall, not just in the series, right? At M4.
Wonder if RRQ Akira is inclined to just ban out the carry once again, or maybe the Kaja as they did. I'm pretty sure that the Valley wants to ban that out too because they want to secure the Eve once again, or maybe just snatch it away from RRQ Akira. So if you're RRQ Akira, well, it is going to be the carry. So Glue and Kaja, the choice for the Valley. What will they open up?
Well, Blue's banned already by RRQ Akira, right? So again, it's either the Kaja right now. Valentina, Yves. I think at this point, yeah, that's going to be the Kaja ban coming through. RRQ Akira needs to secure the Yves away from Hoon, right? Hoon has been doing so much on the Yves. Even in the games that he doesn't get MVP on, he still has such a massive impact in the game just based on how oppressive he is in the mid lane and how active he is on the map, rotating together with Super Shark.
Yep,
there you go.
So switcheroo happening right on the desk. It is going to be RRQ Akira picking up that Yves instead of that Farsa. But I'm pretty sure Hoon does play other heroes, right?
This is Claude Grok, I think.
Yeah.
I think it just makes total sense to pick up the Claude and the Grok this time. Or maybe something like Claude and Yuzhong as they opened up in game number 2. They eventually did not win the match, you think, opening up with the Yuzhong, but at the same time, there's a lot of like value that you get out of it. But yeah, Claude Grok, nothing can go wrong.
Flex.
Yeah.
Oof. Strikes again.
Oof strikes again, right? RRQ Akira though, now, what do they want to take? Usually in these games, well, usually the second phase comes down to a Farsa pick,
yeah,
right? But now
Farsa.
they already have a Yves.
Farsa Cho maybe?
I think it's time for the Vendetta to come through, right? Takashi's been finding a whole lot of success, but it was banned out. That's the thing now. There's so many heroes that they would love to pick right now. Good matchup against the Grok, but it's just really tough. Even if they go for the Yuzhong now, up against the Claude.
Yeah, I think Yuzhong Farsa or maybe Cho Farsa. The Farsa is they already have the Eve leg, so maybe Yuzhong and Cho, or Cho, I mean.
I think the Cho did really well in game number 1. There you go. It will get locked in.
Okay.
And on top of that, I feel like they're really greedy, right? Going all for the Yuzhong and that Cho, especially how prescribed.
I think, you know, with all of the good ultimates that you can snatch, I think this is the time for the Valentina to be picked up by the Valley.
Please.
All right, let's go.
My heart can't take this.
At this point, I'm done predicting, right? I mean, like we got the man here already.
We got a drafter here for both teams.
Yeah, he says something and they listen. All right, that's what happens here. Valley now go for Ulf's pick.
Yep. I feel like the most important thing is whatever the Valley chooses, or whatever Wolf chooses for the Valley, is that they need to play to their strength.
Lilia can work
killing
here.
people, killing players from the enemy team. Lilia could work well here, but Mobazane will pick up the Fredrin.
Okay, so yeah, the Fredrin should just be the jungler here, so they are utilizing the Grok to flex around the XP and the roam position. Leslie ban still, very good ban against the Claude now. And honestly, right now, for RRQ Akira, it's time to really try to go for a bully and lane up against the Claude. Last game, they went for a Beatrix, and the current Beatrix doesn't lane well against the Claude. The Claude is actually going to be able to do a bit more. Now with the Lolita ban, you can really see what they want to do, right? It's the Brody, come on.
It's the Brody. It's all about the early game burst. So you go with the Cho and the Yu Zhong, and then you just output the damage. Not even relying on your torn apart memory, just the raw damage output and the stun coming out from the Brody that could be really good. Or the Valley, I really like this Leslie ban because it kind of secures the fact that this squad will have a great time. Oh, Super Shark. Last time we're knocking them down. This time we're knocking them out.
What a poet. What
He doesn't
a
say
poet.
much, but when he says something, it's spicy, dude.
Spicy. Oh my goodness. By the way, I really like this Ling ban because there's a threat that RRQ Akira just can go and pick up the Lunox and then go for a scaling jungler so that they can output the damage.
Whoa, the Marksman. Honestly, now it's time, right? I mean, Valley Lilia fits so well into their composition. Or technically, they can go for that Valentina. A lot of big ults to take. If they want to just shred through the Yuzong, they can pick the Lunox too, but the Lilia comes in. Hey, Wolf,
There you
your
go.
knowledge is rubbed off on me. RRQ
Okay.
Akira, it's not the
Harith.
Brody, it's the Harith. Wait, no way.
All right, so Harith
Okay, I
and
thought
Marcus. Okay, so you can go back to the Kufra now if you are the Valley and just put this grab going up against the Yuzhong in the XP lane.
I think Kufra is really good right here from the side of the Valley because Grok is a big one, but no, it's going to be a Lapu Lapu instead. When you land out the Zaman Force, you can basically expect this Harith to be in that zone. It makes it predictable. But another thing that I also like from the side of the Valley, the Lilia pick though, is really more flexible in my opinion because you know your RRQ would definitely dive heavy, right? You want something that has that second chance to just basically output the damage after you've been dove upon.
It just makes total sense, right? If you pick the Valentina, surely you have like good ultimates to snatch. You have the damage.
Yes.
You have the late game scaler, but Lilia is more reliable when it comes to outputting the damage. So now, if you go with the Yuzhong, if you go with the Grab and the Fredrin, you have supplementary damage, right? And you make it so that you protect the Claude while also outputting the damage. It's just very smart to think about, and it really fits the bill of what the Valley wants to do.
Yes.
That is actually LaFell.
That's maybe LaFell.
Oh, it's
Half
the
of him.
Ico and Combat Cat 2. One more is what they're saying. And yes, that is factual. One more is all the Valley needs. Tennis endorses Naya, and once again, game number 4. RRQ Akira. It's time for them to equalize, or it's time for the Valley to take this series and knock another champion out.
Just one more. That's what the Valley is asking for, and it's up to how to perform in this particular game. King will be starting at the purple, Mobazane starting at the orange. Mobazane going back to the Fredrin, something that he's very comfortable with. Another thing that I also would like to talk about is that the mid lane matchup, there's a lot of wave clear right there, and Hoon technically has a big power spike right now, could try to shove against RRQ Akira.
Even went for the Purifier, knowing that there's a lot of like crowd control coming out from RRQ Brazil, knowing that if you Takashi dives you want to go for the Purifier so that you can get out. One thing that is the focus now for RRQ Akira is that they have great early game if they use their composition correctly. Harith is can be activated much earlier than the Claude. And you also have the Martis. How good is King? Is he gonna play the sustain game, or is he going for the aggression with the damage output? We'll find out. So far though,
First
the
blood
Valley,
rate.
50%. That's high actually.
That is very high, right?
Yeah.
And for RRQ Akira, this is something that we have come to know about them. They're very passive early on. They like to actually avoid these team fights, just going in for a bit of poke and then maneuvering around the neutral objective. So the different styles at play here. The Valley have been a bit more successful with their style, and I think overall, teams who prioritize kills have been, finding a more success here at M4.
It's all about the burst, it's all about the kills, it's all about the bloodbath. But this time, the Valley, they will just have to wait for their ultimates once again. I think that now that they're doing what RRQ Brazil has been doing. Give ultimate to Hoon, give ultimate to Super Shark.
Well, both of them are doing this right now. You can see it. There you go. Hoon gets spotted. peekaboo. Sagan finds him. Takashi gets level 4. And Mobazane is actually going to be the first one on the turtle, resetting it really well for his team just to get a bit more pressure down before they go for it. But RRQ, with a proper response too, they clear out the waves, and now it's 50-50 around the turtle.
Yeah, but no, Super Shark flicker forward with the wild charge at the same time. That was going to be first blood given over to the side of the valley as well. Lewis stuck in a very awkward place, flickers all the way out to safety. King will have to get on the way. The turtle will definitely go into the side of the valley.
That 50% first blood rate is rising now. The valley again with another first blood, dude.
Oh, my goodness, that looked beautiful. And that's the reason why you pick up the Lilia.
Their
You have threat.
It's just
Damage threat.
so crazy, right? Both these two teams, especially RRQ Akira. Personally, if I'm the Valley playing this particular game, I feel like RRQ Brazil, the way that they literally strangle my game plan is there, and then all of a sudden the Valley pops up.
Oh,
the steal.
that's it's
No,
not
it's
a
not.
steal.
That's a steal.
Gets out. Gusta trying to deal the damage, but man, that play by Super Shark, that was a weird angle to get the wild charge on, and
I
he
agree.
executed it really well.
I mean, sometimes you want to go for the maximum value where you get like the knock-up and the stun. That moment, Super Shark just opted to go for Flicker and the knock-up so that the other members of the Valley can follow up with the stun themselves. With Fight Chicken and Mobazane being in there, plus the supplementary damage from Hoon, it allowed them to take the turtle easier compared to RRQ Brazil. That's why they now have 1,000 gold lead.
And here, with 1,000 gold lead, we all know that the Valley are really good at, just grasping onto that lead. They're utilizing it really well by already rotating across the map. Oh, giving a little bit more pressure. Floyd now going to be caught very low. King's looking for it.
Takashi does have the big black dragon, but Fight Chicken, well, recalls with the chicken recall.
Nice usage of the Flicker mid-animation of the ultimate of the Bravest Fighter so that he definitely will not be clipped by King. The fact that this Martis doesn't have any kill or assist at 4 minutes, that's not how you want to play the Martis.
Yeah, and Zane is actually out farming him too, right? Getting a bit more XP down. The gold is still very easily, turned around. RRQ Akira, this is their style. They like to play it passively, waiting for Gusta to get to those item power spikes. And even in the gold lane so far, I do believe Basic has been getting just the better trades in general, clearing out the waves properly. Louise with the kick. Onto the wrong side, though.
Yeah, that's a kick wasted by the side of RRQ Akira, right? Especially going into this turtle fight going in. Lewis will have to walk in without his ultimate, whereas the Valley, they have everything on board.
That mid control is doing them justice. Black Dragon form, though, by Takashi.
Black Dragon form by Takashi. Sagan will be able to find an angle on top of real world manipulation. Takashi actually causing a lot of trouble against the Valley at the same time. Super Shark a little bit low. Has to try to spin. But White Chicken, he's already here as well. Mobazane. Oh no, Takashi will be bringing down the Grok. Lewis finds Hoon as well, but Hoon is a little bit low, but he's continuing to chase. He has the friends to chase down Lewis, but Lewis, that troll, super slick.
All right, turtle per kill. Which one is worth it here, the turtle or the kill?
I guess the fact that it is only the Grako was taken out, which is a roamer, not much importance when it comes to like the economy and the growth of a roamer because you get ambient gold anyways. This is much more for the Valley. As Mobazane secures the second, it's a global gold, you give it to the Claude as well.
Yeah. Oh, White Chicken, he goes ham at the bottom lane. The Black Lizard will fall.
Man, wow, what a play here by White Chicken. Hey, that's the
flex. That is the flex. And speaking of flexing, Lewis, where are you gonna go? Hoon takes Lewis down right off the bat. So much flexing happening around the Valley.
Oh, this is a problem. Super Shark now has got the Radiant Armor. He's going to be attacking through majority of the damage output of RRQ Brazil. Only physical damage output could come from a Martis as well as the Yuzhong, and they're not big bursts. They're not big chunks. They're not be able to be lethal against the Valley. And now Harith as well as the Eve nullified by RRQ, by the Valley.
Look at how much amount of damage Mobazane is actually absorbing.
Wait,
He's actually taking so much. Not only just that, Zane actually took away the orange buff. And Takashi, what are you going to do in the Black Dragon form? He's just going to spin around, just buying some time. But RRQ Akira, they're not given any time at all. They don't have enough damage.
And look at the wave denial in the XP lane. White Chicken knows that the minions will be able to take it down, just leaves it there so that the turtle...
Let's go and go all the way in. It's going to be the Purify will be activated. Lewis will not be able to connect the Dragon, but would not be able to convert into any kills as well.
We did not see it, but you saw
Solo
Takashi
kill.
taken out
Yeah.
by Fried Chicken. Just one combo. You know that's a counter, right? Lapu Lapu can take out Yuzhong, especially with a massive lead when it comes to the economy. And then Super Shark just making it so that he's defending.
Okay, this could be it. The Zaman Force going in alongside with the real world manipulation. Hun just dropping bombs from afar.
Takashi.
No, the Valley was
Dude,
able to
Zayn.
defend, but Zayn, look at that in the mid lane. Holy moly.
Man, so much aggression here. So many 1v1s happening across the map. And like you mentioned, Wolf, this is the second time that Takashi has been solo killed
Exactly.
by Clyde. And you can see just the zoning from Super Shark.
Super Shark going in well, tried as well. Basic focusing on the turret. Fried Chicken already engaging. The flicker. Lewis Wall being taken down as now King just really tried to spin away. That's one kill given over to the Valley.
Chicken is on point, man. My goodness, he's feeling it right now. 4,000 gold lead. That's the third kill over and a flashy one onto Chicken. King gonna get zoned away from his own jungle. Zayn's 2 levels ahead, about to be 3. Chicken, not again, man.
No. I
He's
think
going
Chicken
for
he
it.
could be able to get it no matter how
Gusta.
Zaman Zip is up and you it won't be enough. Fried Chicken, okay, he missed us the stun, but look at the amount of regen for both these two. But
Hun.
he's here and he's looking for blood. Hun does hand over boots. He has to find a way right now. King does really try to buy for time, but Hun will get stuck. Decimate to clean it up.
Meanwhile, look at the bottom lane.
There's
It's a
so
base
many
turret.
action happening around Mirko. It's just crazy. The aggression coming up from the Valley.
Oh man, and on top of that, they pick up a turret too. Zayn against 4.
Zayn against 4, Zaman Force going in at the same time. Here comes the blazing duet coming off the base,
Zayn!
spreading onto Zayn. But Zayn takes down Takashi.
Oh, they're still
It's just
going.
crazy. Gusta Lagusta will not be able to survive as
Zayn.
well. Basic by Moba Zayn. He's chasing Louis down. It's just so crazy when you give the fragile to Moba Zayn. This is what you get.
The crossbow play coming out from the Valley allows for Fried Chicken to push top. So no matter what happened, even if it was a trade, it will be in the favor of the Valley. If it was just like a man-for-man exchange, it was in favor of the Valley already. Then they get the turret up top. Then they get Lord Influence. The Valley is just destroying the map of RRQ Akira. This game is theirs.
It comes down to 3 winning lanes for the Valley, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
except
true,
for the gold
that's
lane,
true.
but with 2 winning lanes in the mid lane and the XP lane, that's just it. There's not much pressure that RRQ Akira can play with, especially around the turtle that they've been trying to constantly force.
They're not gonna be invading the orange buff this time. 13 levels onto Moba Zayn. King even
Wide.
being
Oh,
zoned
no.
out. The stun connects.
It's not going to be enough. The Marth is proven to be a little bit too elusive, but the Valley is picking up fights in RRQ Akira's side of the jungle. It's just, I don't know how to climb up from this. Just not enough damage coming out from Akira's side of the roster.
Oh man, Zayn is feeling it again. You can see the buy, you can see the
Wow.
Kalas coming in. 3-man recall. Hoon, just join them. Just join. 4-man. Wide. No, he's not going for it, but that's a 4-man recall in front of the base of RRQ Akira. And they might just be looking to dive in right here, right now, with Lord marching down in that bottom lane towards the base turret that's half HP.
The turret will, at the bottom side, will be able to be taken down. Look at how clumped up the Valley is. Lewis doesn't really dare to actually go into the Jikundo to knock people up. It's just nothing that RQ Akira could do, but maybe this one, but I'm not too sure about whether Takashi wants to do this.
Look at
Want
him.
to clear the waves. At this point, defense is what RRQ Akira wants to do. They will just want to survive this, and they're doing it carefully. When you think about it, this is just 10 minutes into the game, and you have to commit so much just to defend.
Yeah, they have to come in a little bit to make a lot, but Fried Chicken going in the back line, basic zoning out with the blazing duet. It's only just Gusta Lugusta left in the own diner, but that's the knockout coming out. Fried Chicken get kicked. Super Shot will be there to take him down. Takashi will be picking up that kill. Real World Manipulation successfully defends Akira, and they survive for another fight.
Good value from RRQ Akira in terms of kills, but they did lose that base turret in that bottom lane. So honestly, it's still worth it for the Valley, and they're going to be able to seal away the purple buff.
Okay, Zaman Force going in. Gusta Lugusta is probably the only hope left for the side of Akira, but that's the holy hope that is already gone. And now Mobaze pushing on the Vantage. King will be able to just get out of dodge for now, but Basic, oh, look at them. They're hungry, and they want the kills.
2-4-0, just as you say that Gusta is the last hope. He gets melted down by Basic. 4-0-4 on the Claude. Moba Zayn tanking the turret up. showing absolutely no respect. 9,000 gold lead, the thumbs up as well. They're looking for another turret.
They're filling it, but Lewis, what can you do? You're kicking super shot all the way in the back line. It's going to be something happening in the real world manipulation as well. Gustavo going into Summer Fox. That's fried chicken in the back line, just wrecking some havoc. The damage coming from Gustavo could be the only saving grace, but it's up to whether he actually pick up a good fight. But here comes the invisible dragon coming out of Takashi. The Petrify going down, but here comes Blazing at the same time, doing some damage in the back line. But here comes also the Blazing Duet. No enough damage and not enough heal for Akira, and they winning the ball. Gusta trying to actually getting out, but that's not enough. The Valley is just stalling on Brazil.
It is all over for RRQ Akira. The 4-man recall. The Valley knocks them out. It's another MPL champion under the belt of the Valley.
The Slayers of M.
Dang. So the Valley hype is real. The hype they've put on the Valley is real, guys. Now it's showing up. It's like an anime show, man. Remember, the Valley was doing so bad at the beginning of the M4. Now they're just whooping it like an anime flashback. Will they make it to the end though? Man, too bad, but RRQ Akira is gonna have to go home. What happened yesterday? Anime flashback. The Valley getting that sudden power up. Nah, to be honest, it's like they were gaining momentum. They were doing bad at the beginning of the M4. Like maybe their team was adjusting. Now they're just. So anyways, guys, the next match is gonna be Echo versus Onyx. Now, whoever loses on the Echo versus Onyx match, they're the ones who's gonna be facing the Valley. Okay. Again, next match is gonna be Echo versus Onyx, and whoever loses on that match is the one who's gonna face the Valley. So there you go. Oh, Dave looks happy. Definitely, Dave is rooting for the Valley, man. So, anyways, guys, it's gonna take like an hour for the next match to come in. So we're gonna have to take a break, and then be back once the Echo and Onyx match comes in. I know, right? Who do you think will win? Echo. Oh, if Echo loses, it's gonna be Yaoi versus Basic. A lot of people, I think, is gonna watch that. Do we want Echo to lose just for that to happen? The Yaoi versus Basic? Do we want Echo to lose against the Onyx just so we can see a Yaoi versus Basic match? A lot. That's gonna be hype though, right? That's gonna be hype. I don't know, man. I think that's gonna be more hype than Ooh, snap. Hopefully Echo loses. Man, I know, right? That's personal. It's not even about M4, man. That's personal stuff. Ooh, hopefully Echo hopefully Echo loses later. I mean, but the Onyx has Kyrie. Is Onyx relying too much on Kyrie? We will see later on their next match. Anyways, guys, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back, man. Yeah, the Valley. Props to the Valley for proving us that the hype is real, man. So we're gonna be back for, I think it's gonna take more than an hour for the next match to come in. So see you guys. Oh, outro. Yeah, let's go outro first. Let's go to the outro first. Nah, I didn't even know about the Yaoi Basic issue. It was the viewers on the M4 event that informed us. So anyways, here's the outro. What will I say though? So what can you say about... Okay, here we go. So what can you say about that match? Are you ready for the Yaoi versus Basic match? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching. There we go. So, naman, it's still too early for the interview. Mara X Hun? Is it gonna take long though? Mara X Hun. Nah, I think. Now let's go. We're gonna go take a break because I might break my heart if I see Mara simping for Hun, man. It might hurt too much. Yo, Sophia Tam. Thank you. Bye guys. Bye.